Welcome back to the Reggies podcast. You're here with three blokes who could have been anything but decided to have fun instead. Boys, we've got a bit of it's a late one, but a bit of a state of origin wrap up for the men and mainly the women from last week.
Yeah.
India win the T20 World Cup. Virat finally comes good. Some upsets in the NRL. All three of our teams got the W in the AFL though. Alex Pereira, wow. Drama and more drama at the Euros. Aussie Cam Davis won on the PGA Tour. And in my very unqualified opinion, the best race of the Formula One season so far in Austria. So, huge show coming up. But straight off the top, we have got an ownership group together for our Written Tycoon by Pippa Charlotte Colt.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who got around us for it. I knew that there was some hype around it. I think we all knew there was a bit of hype, but I didn't think that we would sell it out in 3 to 4 minutes. It was probably less, to be honest, but by the time people had got all their details in, it was around that 3 to 4 minute, which is just loose. The support that we get for this sort of stuff is pretty wild. Blows me away every time.
Yep.
I feel for everyone who missed out. That was so shit last night, was replying to all the messages on social media about people who were disappointed that they missed out. I do apologise. Well, we apologise as a team, but there's only so much. There's only 100% of 100%. I can't sell 400% of 100%.
No, that's actually right.
Thank you. 100% is 100%. And yeah.
And I think it's one of those things too with the horse that we got, like, that's not the type of horse that you break down into fucking 1,000 shares at X amount. Like if you buy fucking Winx's foal, you might look at having a few more options there. But, But you know what I mean? Like it is what it is. And thanks for everyone for getting involved. And yeah, sorry for anyone who missed out. But
yeah,
pending all goes well with this one, which I reckon it will, I doubt it'll be the last.
That's exactly right.
June next opportunities.
We're back on. But yeah, was all unreal. I knew that there was hype, and obviously there was limited shares, but still pretty cool.
Look, I think it's one thing is guaranteed. There's no one in this ownership group that's half-hearted. Anyone that fucking copped one inside 3 minutes is keen.
Yeah.
They were sitting there refreshing from 6 a.m. yesterday.
Fucking oath. Can't wait. Obviously, we've got shares.
Do we?
Our old boys
Yep.
got shares, so that's pretty cool. We all own horse together.
When I just think about a race day and its first proper start, and I think about everyone and all the faces that are going to be there.
If we have an event for it.
If we have an event going to be there. But
for the first one, you never know.
it just makes me so fucking excited.
When that first prep starts rolling around and he goes to the trials and we're looking at the naming, obviously. The naming, we've got to do
That's
that
the next step,
so once everybody sorts all their paperwork and shit out, and
we get a group together.
Get the syndicate rolling. We'll get a group. We'll talk about some names, and everyone can be involved in the name.
Yeah, that's a fun
obviously,
part.
the ball will
It's a
stop
democracy.
with, the ownership group.
Yeah.
But everyone can have a crack. Awesome. Oi. Also, more big news, not horse-related. We've done it, boys. Me and the boys, we won the Scramble.
Hey, well
we
done,
won
brother.
the Scramble.
Unreal.
And we qualified for the regional finals in Yeppoon. I think they're having it in Yeppoon later this year. Was unbelievable golf.
Mate, what did you shoot?
We shot 60 off the stick. 12 under. No eagles.
duck.
There was no eagles, so we birdied 12 holes out of 18.
6 pars.
And we birdied the last 5, and that was honestly the funnest 5 holes I've ever been a part of, because it was just long part after long part, just rolling in,
Just getting drained.
just drained it. So we ran around the last 5 greens, just carrying on, high fiving, and got to the second last and drained that one, and then we got to the 18th. All 4 of us bombed these drives, and we were like, righto, who do we want to hit? Righto.
Flip a coin.
No, well, one of them said, no, I've been hitting me little wedges pretty shit, so we'll take mine and you 3 hit, because that's how it works. Whoever's drive you take, they can't hit.
Yeah.
Knocked it close as we've rolled the putt in, and we were like, if we don't win with 12 under, I give up.
Yeah, that's unreal.
And we ended up
did you
winning
just
by.
Ooh, we might be on here.
Oh, we said 10 and we would be in with a shot.
Yep.
And 10 would have won. I think we would have won with 10 under.
What did second place shoot?
I don't know, but it goes on net. So
yeah.
we ended up with 55.7 and second
That's
was
insane.
57 and point something.
Wow.
So we got it. So we all won a putter.
Yeah, nice.
But we're like...
Was it the Odyssey
Yeah,
DFX?
No one
it's
gave
just
a
a
fuck
bragging
about
right.
the
Mate,
putter.
that's the putter
You're
I've got.
moving on to the next.
We just want to go to the next thing.
It's like
That is
winning at
fucking
Port Curtis
prime.
and getting to go to Cap.
Yeah.
A couple of days off school.
Yeah.
The resort course too. That'll be a fucking prime
There's
weekend.
been fucking Airbnbs getting posted in the group all week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just
Mate,
go
I've
on.
stayed at one right on the Yapoon course. If you want to have a practice round, stay
Well,
there. Backs
see,
onto it. It is prime.
This has been the chat. I don't know why they do this, but these scramble mobs, or the scramble, they put the comps on a Sunday, which is just shit.
Shit.
Because
You want beers after you win?
after we carried on Saturday,
Oh,
this one was on a Saturday.
you should
It's
have.
unreal. And the regional finals will be on a Sunday, and I'm like, boys, we can stay Sunday night. Obviously, we'll take Monday off, do whatever, but we can't go up Saturday.
Don't go up
You'll
Saturday.
get way too cockeyed.
But I'm pretty sure we're going up Saturday.
Yeah, nice. That's what Reggies do.
Yeah. Well, look, there's one player on the team who nearly ruins the day every time by not turning up. He turns up bang on time, hungover as fuck, and always plays well.
Does his
There you
first
go.
name start with T?
No, it's Hayden.
Oh,
it's his brother.
yeah,
It's his brother.
Yeah.
We went to Rocky last year. It was like 10 minutes before we had to leave Tannum, and we're like, fucking could not get a hold of this cunt. So we fucking pulled up at Nico's house and said, oi, do you want to come to Rocky and play golf? He's like, oh, can I? Yep. So he jumped in and we went up to Rocky and played, and he called us at 11 a.m. and goes, fuck!
Fucking hell.
So we had to substitute someone in. It was a big fuck around when we got there trying to change the handicap because it wasn't who we said was playing, and he's almost done it again on Saturday.
Wow.
He's called us up at like 7:30 and goes, what the fuck is blowing up my phone for? Cunt, we tee off at 8. Where are you? Oh, I'm coming.
You need one of those blokes in your team. You
someone's
can't
going-
all be 4 good golfers.
Yeah, first tee shot, piped it.
Of course you
Straight
did.
down and we took
course.
his off the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
tee.
Wow.
So what is the rules, bro? Is it only a certain amount of drives you're allowed to take in 18?
Everyone's got to take 3 each.
Yeah, right.
So you all tee off, all 4 of you, and you're playing with another group, so it's 8 tee shots.
Yep.
And then you choose which one you're taking, and that person can't hit the next shot.
Yep.
But when you're on the green, everybody putts. So
Right.
it's just whoever's shot you take, getting to the green, they can't hit. So yeah, and then everyone has to have 3 drives each,
Yep.
which we always seem to nail pretty well. Like everyone's had their 3 early,
Yeah.
so we don't have to worry about it. You
Yeah.
can just take the best one.
Yeah.
Which is that's the way to do it.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, it was so fun.
Mate, you're becoming a bit of a local myth, actually. Well, around the power station you are. I had a couple of people this week say, oh, did you play in Scramble? I was like, nah, I was working. They're like, yeah, fuck, man, these blokes shot whatever your score was. Yeah, 60 off the stick. It was like fucking unreal. We like second place was ages away from them. Like, I don't even know who they are. And I was like, well, I do. Well, I was like, they're like, no way, really? You know him? You're literally like a fucking local legend. They're like, do you know who he is? I'm like,
well, you can't.
Oh,
no
big
one
golf
could
one.
say shit.
G1 golf.
No one could say shit because we shot the best score, like without handicaps, by a mile.
Yeah.
And we won.
That's
so
right.
you can't say, oh, they burgled the
Yeah.
the robbery.
That's a crime.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
fucking
It was
robbing
like,
with the
no,
handicaps.
cunt, we shot fucking 60
That's
off
right.
the
60
stick.
off the stick. That is fucking
Oh, it was
unreal.
wild. It'll never happen again.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully it
fucking
does in
unreal,
your
mate.
poon.
The first thing we said was,
It won't happen, you poon. They'll be fucked up 2 hours sleep. 100%. I'll fucking put money on that. The cunt's going to that. Fuck, there's one of them that might try and woo the reins back and they'll just pull away from him. These 3 idiots will pull away from the one sensible cunt in that group of 4. 100%.
yeah, Tyler will try and pull the reins.
Oh, yeah. And Hayden will be fucking helping him. Nah, it sounds like great fun, mate. Good on you.
Have you played
Yeah.
that course before?
Boyne.
No,
yeah,
not Boyne.
Oh, Capricorn.
Yeah.
I don't think I have, We played Yapoon,
Yeah.
but I think it's at Capricorn.
You can. It's in good nick still. But you can tell, like, back in the day, fuck shit would have been beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm nearly putting off playing me next game because it's been that long. Like, I'm going to be that poo.
Yeah, but if it works off his theory, you're going to have a great fucking round.
Don't play unless you're playing Ambrose or like a Scramble.
No. Oh, fuck.
Because if you play individual, you'll fucking hate it.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
I reckon.
I'm an Ambrose guy.
I reckon I
Ambrose guy.
I hit 3 really, really good 3-woods off the tee, which were absolutely piped on the weekend.
Yep.
And then the others, I was snap hook, fucking slice, like they were terrible, but I smoked 3.
Yeah.
So you go home and you forget about all those.
That's the best part
you
about
forget
a
about all
Scramble,
those hooks
Ambrose.
into the trees.
Yeah. Mate, that's all. I only need 1 or 2 like ripper shots in a game of golf, and I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah.
Like for me, as a don't ever play, if I get a couple of pars and smoke a couple of drives, I don't give a fuck.
That
I'm
whole
just out there having
format
fun.
is prime because you're on the piss.
Yeah.
If you snap hook it into the trees, you go and pick it up, and you're usually playing from the fairway.
And
still.
mate, a lot of the times, if it's too far in the trees, I got the fucking 10 for fucking $10 deal. So, see, good luck with that, old son who finds it.
Yeah. Whoever come up with this scramble concept with 4 people is a fucking genius. Because even Ambrose, sometimes you'll both fuck it, and it'll be a shit round.
Yeah.
But when there's 4 chances, it's fucking
3 reads of a putt before the 4th bloke steps up to drain it.
Well, Mikey's always our anchor, and he barely had a putt again on the weekend, which is what you want.
Yeah.
Because the first 3 were dropping it, you know?
Nice.
Anyway,
Beautiful.
we'll move
Congratulations, mate.
on. Let's talk about probably the most Queensland-style Origin series
Let's really talk about
you'll
it.
ever see.
And that's, I think it's like, you could say that they get it because they won a series. Not one game.
You're really hung up on this, aren't you?
No, I just mean I'm hung up on
Well, that's
Queensland
what getting it is.
Right,
Winning one
so-
game isn't.
We played the first game was before Magic Round.
Yes.
Remember on the Thursday
At Suncorp.
Suncorp, and we got hammered at Suncorp. And it was like, series is
Not good.
over. We're going to be absolutely punished here. We go to Newcastle in their territory. That's probably their heartland of league, surely.
Yeah, you think so.
Like,
It's
fuck,
like the
fuck
Gladstone
Sydney.
of
Yeah,
New South
it's
Wales.
a working class area.
Steel City.
Yeah.
And
League.
I'm not going to say that the absolutely torrential rain fucking saved us because we never once looked like winning game 2.
Rain affects
we had
both
to play in it
teams.
too, yeah.
We were never, ever going to win that game. We were just, New South Wales are going to go up 2-0. We're going to have to go to Townsville. Somehow scored a try, kicked a field goal, got up 11-10. Holy fuck. How did they do that?
'Cause
now we go
we
to
get it.
Townsville.
It's in our blood.
And that fucking first half, that 40 minutes, they were so G'd up. Them chicks.
Fucking weren't they?
They
was great to watch.
Just
Everything
applied the
was
pressure
just-
on them.
And every like good play, every little thing that happened, they were just jumping all over each other. And you're like, this is what it would have been like during the men's game for the New South Wales fans.
Just a wave of momentum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
They had the crowd. They had a good crowd too. Like,
Townsville
turnout.
turned up. You could say Townsville is one of the heartlands of Queensland Rugby League too.
Queensland
But I think-
is just the heartland.
But I think
The
that's
whole
smart.
state, yeah.
I think
It's just
that's
a big
smart
heart.
though, putting them in stadiums that aren't Suncorp. So like they still get a really good crowd there, but it feels full.
More, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So which they still get a fucking unreal crowd there. And
Perfect.
it's good to. It was great to watch. That game.
Newcastle, McDonald Jones, and Townsville
Yeah.
were perfect venues.
Absolutely.
Perfect venues.
That's where just the men's Blues need to start playing is in small stadiums like that because they're not going to fucking sell out a core, are they?
well, they played all right in front of 100,000 at the G.
yeah, but home venues, we'll say.
Now, awesome stuff for the girls.
Yeah.
Well done.
Congrats, girls.
What was I going to say about the men's? I was going to say something. Because we did speak about it on Thursday.
Yep.
So I'm not taking the piss there. I just forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
I
We did.
wish
we
I
did
could read
cover
into
it.
your mind.
We did cover it Thursday.
No,
but-
we did.
But pretty much for me there, it's just, New South Wales need to continue on what the fuck they just did there. And
remembered.
we need to harden the fuck up.
I've remembered.
Pretty much.
I read something. They were, now this is very New South Wales, comparing Moses to Andrew John's performance in one game, which is fine. They were comparing it to a performance that was very like something that
2005
Joey did.
game
Yeah.
3, yeah.
So Not even game 3. Game 2, he comes back after playing no footy and kept the series alive by winning game 2. Then they had, this is what's scary, then they had to go up to Suncorp for game 3 and John's put on an absolute clinic and I'm like...
He did.
Ooh. Full of confidence, just come into
History
the team.
repeating itself.
Can they do it?
See, that's great, but there's one massive
Yeah, I
point
know.
there. His name is Mitch Moses.
Yeah,
not,
I know.
not Andrew Johns.
It was 19 years ago as well.
However, it's a
Prior
good
to 8
storyline.
years of dominance.
It is a
And
great
hey, I'm the
storyline.
first one to admit I've given Moses shit for being a sooky fuck for ages, but he absolutely killed it.
He had
last
that game on strings.
If Cleary come back and played for a week, I would still put Mitchell Moses in there off
You've
of his
got it.
last game.
I think Cleary would step down and say, nah, those boys can have the rest of the series. I'm not going to come in here for game 4.
Well,
Like, I don't think it's going to happen anyway,
it
that
can't.
decision, but
Has he been named?
I don't know. I
If
don't
I
named-
really hope not.
Yeah, same.
I doubt
Because
it,
if he
but-
hasn't been named now, he won't get a game in because next week will
Sunday's selections,
be...
yeah.
Yeah. So, but I just think, even if he was, man, you can't take a bloke out of a side that plays like that.
No, he hasn't been named.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not playing him. If they were down 2-0, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or vice versa.
I think Billy will make probably 2 changes, I reckon. 1 or 2. I want to see him make 1 or 2.
I think Cobbo definitely will come back
Oh,
in.
well, he has to. Hey, Coates. That's a pretty
Coates
big
is
injury.
Coates
injured,
is
yeah.
gone.
That seemed pretty bad, that hammy.
Yeah, it
Selwyn
did
has been
concern.
named for the Broncos this week, which is
Yep.
good.
So you reckon Selwyn in for Coates?
Yeah, I think a straight swap to the edge kind of makes sense.
Kafusi, not Kafusi.
Fafita.
Fafita has to be in there.
Well, Billy's come out and said, yeah, we're considering him and the phone calls will be made next Sunday. So
What are
Mate,
we doing with
fucking
Ruben?
pick the cunt. Maybe drop
We're
him to
not
the
dropping
bench.
him, but what are we playing? Where are we playing him?
I'd rather see Ruben come off the bench when the sting's been taken out of him in the first 20 and he fucking hooks in later in the half just tackling and running his hole out.
Yeah.
I just don't think he should be expected to try and
Take
stop
on
Payne
Payne
Haas when he's on a roll on fresh.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
For
Sure.
Ruben's a fucking one of the first pick for Queensland.
Mate,
for
last
me. I just
couple
feel
years
like
he's been unreal.
don't use him as the battering ram because he's a fucking smaller bloke.
He's a little bit smaller.
It's honestly like he's been thrown around a bit this year in that forward pack. Like he's significantly smaller as well, and it's kind of showing. Like he can play lock, yes, but put him on the bench, I reckon, and let him bring on impact. Play Fodawaker in the front row. He is a larger body. He can manhandle that forward pack.
Yeah, like Ruben should not lose his spot at all. I just
No
reckon.
way.
I just reckon. Yeah, have that.
No, I didn't
have
mean that.
No, I know that, but I just like just the 2 big bodies. I think as
Yeah.
that starting props.
Lindsay and fucking, maybe Fodawaker or bring someone else in that
Yeah.
just stands there. And
We're really missing Tino in that aspect.
Yeah.
Oh, massively.
He's just a bloke that
Aren't
just
we?
brings
I
just
was
brings
just thinking
cunt
then,
to
actually.
the game.
I was just thinking, who the fuck is normally
Tino just holds his ground and he's just so fucking solid and
Yeah.
just says fuck you to
He's
anyone.
like Payne.
That's
Like,
right.
He's agile enough as well.
Like he is one of the first picks in that forward pack every time. Like he's so solid for us. Doesn't make many errors. He's solid defensively and he stands up to those other big imposing forwards.
But
And we're lacking
pressure.
that this year.
One thing about it is though, is the pressure is on Billy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like
That's
100%. Yeah, no, for sure. We've been in the position a few times himself as well.
Like you said, we're still Queenslanders.
If well, didn't that fucking stir the pot up a bit?
Really did. Yeah.
They hated it.
Fucking
Fuck
oath
the
they did.
journos, man. The journos were like a bit. The bloke who said to him, "Oh, well,
Some
can you
Victorian
can you
journo, yeah.
elaborate, please? Because
do you mean by
he's
that?"
asked you this. What do you mean by that?" It's like, shut the
he-
fuck up.
and he
you
replied
mustn't,
with,
you mustn't get it, cunt.
Yeah. He replied with, well, we're from Queensland.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
but
that's what that means.
I just hate when they get their the journos get their back up. Like, oh, we asked you a question, answer it. No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Actually, I might not.
It's like I walk away from this press conference and you have nothing. It's like
Yeah.
Billy has the press conference. They're not here for the journos.
I'll tell you who needs to have an absolute blinder, and I'm a bit worried that he's not going to have that. Reece Walsh. He needs to have a blinder this week against Penrith, I mean.
Yeah.
Not in the next Origin game. I mean, this week he needs to fucking get some confidence back.
He really
because-
does.
Ugh. How did he not go to New Zealand on the weekend? He did fuck all in the Origin.
That's all
because
three
he didn't
got
have a
rested,
chance.
Yeah.
Who,
I
um,
understand it. You just wanted. There's a lot of injury crisis at the moment.
So let's say for
Especially
But he
argument's-
hadn't played for a month.
Yeah, I know.
let's say for argument's sake they leave him out. Hammer gets picked at fullback.
They won't.
Val's
That
in
won't
one
happen.
centre. Yeah, it won't. They'll keep him there.
Yeah.
But
They
I
won't.
just mean like
Then
he's
you're
going
kinda
to
creating with-
get picked no matter what.
With Coates out, then if you're not putting Walsh in fullback, you're just creating who the fuck's going to slide in. Branko's.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that
job.
he needs to have a fucking big game to get picked.
Yeah,
I'm saying
you
he
just
needs
want
to have
him-
a
He
big
needs
game
confidence.
for his confidence. Yeah.
You can imagine the last 2 games of footy he's played. One, he got murdered by Suoli'i,
Yeah.
and last game he just got bullied by
Yeah, he got
Latrell
bullied, but he
and
also didn't have a
Angus Crichton.
chance.
That's what I mean. It's not his the game was over.
Yeah.
but he definitely looked nervous and no confidence in him in that game.
I
2 Origin
didn't.
games back to back.
Dearden's confidence would be down a bit too.
100%. There's
He
a lot
had
of young
stinker.
minds
Yeah.
in that team.
Val
Yeah.
must be having nightmares about Crichton and fucking Latrell.
But this is where you've kind of got to use that. Don't
Yeah.
go, I'm real nervous.
But we
Like,
won't. They won't.
That's
Mate,
what I mean.
like
That's
I
no
said-
way. As Queenslanders.
Like I said after it,
We are
got
from Queensland.
We got
We are.
absolutely fucking pumped, and they were way better than us on the night. But we got embarrassed too. And
Yeah.
we're about to go to Queensland. You can't tell me that Billy wouldn't be rubbing that into their nose the whole
Fuck
time,
no.
saying we were just embarrassed. Do not let that happen in front of Suncorp.
Yeah.
They're not
And
going to
bring
go,
the
we
whole
lost.
storyline of it all, and we'll come out and we'll give you a fucking kick in the
Yeah,
ass.
there's no way they won't use it as motivation. They're not going to go, oh, we lost, boys. This might happen again. They're
Are
going
we
to go,
all-
that fucking sucked.
Are we all at least going to go fucking 13 plus overs? Or
I'm
is it going to be
fucking- no,
Because
I'm
both
full
games have
confidence
been
into this.
13 plus overs.
That's
So
a good point, actually.
surely it's going to be a low scorer. Fucking
Yeah, be a grind.
yeah.
But
Anyway.
we'll fucking win.
Yeah.
We'll
Well, you're
win
not
game
go-
three.
actually. While we're on that, you're not going to be here for that, and you're not going to be here for the next Tuesday when we normally record on a Tuesday night, which will be our 100th
Raise the fucking bat.
Our 100th episode next week for the sports show, that is.
Yeah.
So the Punch Show on Friday will be 99,
99.
and then the 100th will be the sports show next Wednesday morning when it
Yep.
comes out.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is record it a day early.
Yeah, on the Monday night because I'm going over to Fraser Island for the week camping. So, and normally the boys would just run the thing, but 100.
You got to do that.
You've
though.
got to be.
We had to
there,
do
yeah.
100 together. So Monday night. Yeah.
But we'll still release it on the Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
We just
But
won't have
actually,
as much.
that's a good point. Though. We'll remind them on the Punch Show. Yeah, we'll fire the speak pipe up and have a few beers and shit if you want to send
Yeah.
a fucking Reggie yarn.
Bit of entertainment.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah.
But yeah, we won't have team lists or anything like that
No.
for the NRL round next week. But anyway, that's all next
we'll be
week. Just
blind
giving you the
tipping.
heads up.
Yeah.
Bit of blind tipping. Because we
Fucking
put.
probably help me.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't be the
I was
worst
about to
idea.
say, because we're going real well. Righto, let's get into the games. The Doggies with a golden point win over the Sharks, boys. They deserved it way more, the Dogs did, than the Sharks, I reckon.
I agree.
It just had. If the Sharks got up, they would have been a bit like, oh, fuck, we didn't
Scraped
really,
in for
didn't
a
deserve
win.
that.
Yeah.
The two Matty Burton field goal misses were like they just deserved to go in before one of them was from 40 something and it sailed over the dead ball line like
I don't know
off
how
off
he
a step.
fucking
How's
generates so much power.
How's the absolute stinker?
Oh,
of
Nico, yeah. But
Mate, I just feel I can't help but feel for the bloke. I think it's just because he's such a good bloke off the field in general. If he was a gruff,
humble
you'd
man.
be going
Yeah.
fucking sucked in or whatever. But you just can't help but have that little bit of like, oh,
Well, he should
right in front.
he should just like put out of his mind now and say,
Just have-
I will never play
Nah,
again because I've got two blokes in front of me now.
Yep.
Miles in
Dude.
front.
He would have been watching. He would have been watching the game like. There it
Two
goes.
game one drops. Do you go, maybe I shouldn't don the sky blue anymore?
I don't think he would anyway.
I don't think
like
he's-
he won't get picked.
No.
He won't get picked.
But fucking prior to game one, he was the best halfback
Yeah,
in
he wa-
Clubland in the year.
He was till about 2 rounds out from Origin, I reckon.
He got nervous.
He was fucking playing unbelievable, and then those last 2 games leading in, he was a bit off.
But see, there's
'Cause
nothing
he
wrong
done
with
the
that either
calf and
too.
shit.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true,
it'll
a bit
do
of
his footy
tightness.
well getting put down from Origin, like as in them.
Yeah, they thought that last year.
but just
but-
sitting him
It did.
down and going never, so he can just get it out of his head, and he can just love playing NRL, which is a pretty good level.
What
Yeah,
if Madge
yeah.
calls him on Sunday of
Oh.
selection and goes, mate, I just want to let you know You can put it to bed. All the rumours. You're just actually never getting picked ever again. So
I coach, you're not getting picked.
You're never getting picked again, so just delete my number.
But it'd be
save some
like-
head noise.
Obviously, touch wood, this doesn't happen, but Moses has still got to play this weekend. You know what I mean? Like,
that's right.
It's a game of footy. Anything can happen.
It is.
Look at fucking what Joey Manu did to himself on the weekend.
You heard it in
He's
the
just
game. You heard
pumped
it
and
click.
just rank.
He's out for a month now, isn't he?
Yeah, he just fucked me. I just traded him into.
Fuck yeah, super coach.
I just fucking cannot get that game this year. Yeah, poor Nico. He'll be right. Bronx, Jace, undermanned, but still no good.
Still,
We are in
not enough.
big time trouble.
I was about to change my tip last minute, and I know because I had Broncos. About to change my tip last minute, and I went no, because if I do that, then the Broncos will win. So I sacrificed a tip just so Warriors would.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Really appreciate that. Now.
You know what's a
That's
bit
all right.
worrying? And I know the comp is so close that last can beat first any week. Any day of the week, last can fucking beat first, which is exactly what you want. But when you got a side that goes and loses to the Gold Coast by 60, loses their captain and halfback, and then goes and beats us, it's just not good.
No, it really
It's
makes you
not good viewing.
That's yucky.
If you go too far into that rabbit hole and you look at who's beat who, and then they beat the
I
different
know.
team next week,
But if you're looking at a 2
it's
week
all I
average,
could think about. I went, wow, these cunts lost by 60 last week, but then I went, oh no, they've lost by 60. They're going to be stinging.
yeah, I know, and that's
They
what I mean when I
were.
say last can beat first.
Yeah.
Is that all you got to do is go righto? Don't let that fucking happen again.
Definitely helped being at home.
Yeah,
For sure. And look, it was a sloppy game at times.
And you guys
Brisbane
suck.
had windows there where I thought we might be on here, but they Warriors were just
So we
better
didn't
for a longer
have
period.
Obviously, we don't have our 7. He's been out for a while, but to also not have Carrigan Haas Walsh is just rank.
It's
How long is he out for?
Round 22,
Renault.
they said originally, but like,
yeah.
who fucking knows?
yeah.
Where was it? A shoulder?
Bicep.
Torn off the bone.
Yuck.
Look,
Yeah. He's getting old.
Our biggest strength, obviously besides our 1 to 13 was elite, is that our depth. When we had blokes like Sailor coming in and Jock Madden around origin periods and injuries, we were still winning big games. That's what kept us.
But see, even an
in the
old
run.
head like Renault just being out there directing and steering the ship and making calls in moments, like kicking it out sometimes to slow it down or fucking...
Mate, when he's on a field, you notice a difference in our shape and our control and just you can tell it's like the boys just feel a lot more calm and faith in themselves.
It's more than
knowing
just
Reynolds
a
is
player.
there.
It's having that experience.
100%.
Mate,
And our
I
depth is
actually-
letting us down this year.
I read an article. I don't know if it was an article or just a post of someone just absolutely teeing off on Renault the other day. Calling him the most overrated halfback of this generation.
Yeah,
and
I
just
did
brought
see
up
that.
all these dot points of when he's fucked it.
Carried to one premiership in
He
2014.
he got the 2014 when they had all them superstars, and then they go, but then he played in the 2021 grand
Yep.
final
Yeah.
Against
and
Penrith.
missed a sideline conversion, like just clutching at straws. This
Yeah,
poor
wow.
guy.
Just had it out for him.
absolutely gave it to him. But last year's catastrophe was a lot of his fault. But
For
we won't
sure.
hold that
Oh,
over
he's
his
talking
head.
about online comments. I don't know why this come to me now, but just cop it. I pissed myself laughing after we sold that horse last night. One of the blokes
Oh, you're
who
gonna
bought
say
a
this,
share.
are
Yep. I just thought it was
I don't
funny.
know what it means.
Yeah, me neither, but I just thought it was funny. He said, second best item I've spent $300 on.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what I've ever spent $300 on.
I just thought it was funny. Anyway, moving on.
You worked that one out.
Bradman Best and the Newcastle Knights with a great win at home. I know it was to the Eels, but Moses fucking played very well. The Eels did not play bad, but Bradman Best stole the show. Big crowd. They always get good crowds out there,
Saturday
no matter how
night.
well the Knights are going.
Fuck yeah. Will Price made his debut. That was cool to see.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Well,
scored
did you-
the first try. Oh, first try for Newcastle as well.
Wasn't it one of the all-time fucking interviews after, too? Was that him?
Yeah.
That
He
was him,
dropped a
mate.
couple F-bombs. He had
Yeah.
Bradman standing there with him.
He's going, oh, my God, I'm so sorry.
fucking. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Didn't know what to do.
I don't know if it was the beers talking too, but when I was watching Bradman's try, the first one in the 72nd minute, when he made the break, and then his second one in the 78th to ice the game out. I went, oh, are they showing the replay again? And then I went, ooh, actually,
He
no.
looked like he was about to fucking break down. In
He
the second
looked
one.
gassed, didn't he? He was just trotting up the
He
field.
would have pulled up lame Sunday morning.
Oh,
I
yeah.
reckon.
Fuck yeah.
Like I said, Moses fucking killed it again and ripped it up Gutho at the end. Did you see?
Did
he? Yeah, gave it to him. Good to see. Now, this one was a bit of a frustrating one for someone on this panel. The Melbourne Storm.
Frustrating as a neutral fan.
Got it done against the Raiders. Raiders were much better, but fucking Melbourne blew some tries and kept them in it.
Didn't
They all knew. So I had 13 plus in me multi. And it's like they all went, hey, remember, guys, Tommy's got 13 plus. Drop it and be shit cunts heaps when we should score. Fuck me. It's
It
like
feels
they
like
coulda-
that sometimes,
mate,
doesn't
if
it?
you watched it like just in patches, you would have been going, these fuckers are winning by 60.
Yeah.
It was
So
insane.
the Raiders were, I said, a bit better, but really they weren't, were they?
No.
Because the Melbourne Storm bombed some tries.
Oh, dude.
It's sort of leading into me tips later, I think.
That poor bastard, did he debut the mullet? Was that this game? And he got knocked and he got
the Raiders
HIA'd
bloke.
early,
Yeah.
poor bastard. It's like this cult, looks like a cult figure.
Oh,
He's a
yeah,
dead set
I saw
Reggie,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, come on. He put a few good tackles on, like hooking in. I'm like, I like this
Jordan
cunt.
Martin.
And then Christian Welsh come and he just dove in, the old hip on the head sort of thing.
Yeah.
He was just committing hard and just hit his head and straight off, Category 1 HIA.
Gone.
But
So he's
anyway-
out this week as well.
He must be.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was just good to see it, a bloke getting blooded and looking
Yeah.
like that and just steaming out, big body and just ripping the mullet in.
Yeah.
So,
I don't reckon I reckon the Raiders are absolutely shot.
yeah.
But I don't
They're
want to say
lacking. Yeah,
anything because last time we did this, the Cowboys coming.
Well, I'll tell you
Yeah.
what was fucking impressive, though. So, KO Weeks was having a stinker in the first half. That try he scored, man, was fucking impressive. Made that break and then just burnt Fa'alongo.
He's got
who
something
has
about
got
him,
some
doesn't he?
toe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, nippy.
and he's not normally a fullback either. Like, he's normally in the halves, so he doesn't have to be under the fucking high
Yep.
ball.
Who?
Like that
Ko
Weeks.
Weeks. Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
he was playing in the halves, so he was
Yeah.
filling in at fullback. So having that speed in the
I
halves.
think that's where he's played a lot of fullback.
Has he?
Yeah.
I just mean he
surely.
was playing in the halves.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
last
He has
year.
been all year. Yeah, for sure. Because fucking Fogarty got injured.
Yeah, so hopefully he doesn't have to be under the high ball as often if that's his weak point. But that turn of foot, that was pretty impressive.
Going back to the logic of anytime we shit on teams, they start winning. Broncos are shit. They're the worst team ever.
They're
never going to
They're
win.
not going to play finals.
No.
They're absolutely no
We're
good.
never going to win the premiership, especially not
About
this
time
year.
you cunt started making sense.
We won't. We will not. We will not. We have got not one chance of beating Penrith this week.
Absolutely zero. I'm definitely not going to tip them at all.
I agree.
You know who else won't be playing? You just said old mate who's done the HIA Category 1. It's another bloke who won't be playing for the Raiders this week. Did he make his debut for the Raiders, that bloke? Or was it the Storm?
No, it was Raiders.
It was Raiders.
Jordan Martin.
Another bloke who won't be playing for a few weeks is Corey Horsburgh. AKA Geordie Ward. The big headbutt and then bring back the biff in the New South
Yeah.
Wales Cup. Are you kidding?
If you're going to throw
Bro.
one, you should just keep hooking in, I think.
He did, I think.
He
It was a
sort of
left, right,
he
and then the
landed
boys
a bit
just
of a clip
swarmed
and then
him.
sort of stopped, and the Kiwi fella just laughed at him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, that was a bit
Do you reckon that's a
demoralising.
bit of injury frustration coming out there?
I think that's Ranger.
Yeah, okay. That'll do.
I think that's the hair
science. It can make.
He
it
would have been another handy big body to have at Origin this year, but anyway.
Yeah, you feel for
That's
the bloke.
funny, can't
'cause
remember
there
watching
has to be
that.
some built-up
On your
rage.
Get
They
it
just
swinging.
go, fuck this. This year can't get any fucking worse. I'm throwing.
Remember when he hurt his foot and he was tearing up, giving the crowd the finger? That's the most Ranger move I've ever seen. Crying, limping off, giving the crowd the finger. Like just a pure
yeah.
rang.
Definitely.
Just pure rank
That was
rage.
me. That was me at the golf course a couple of weeks.
Yeah. See? It's a thing.
Rank
Yeah.
rage.
It's the only thing we're allowed to stereotype. for some reason. Rangers just so allowed to
It was
use
always
to
annoying
tease
because
them.
when I played footy in juniors, I had 2 other gingers in my team, and we would always be brawling with each other. And they go, "Oh, it's your red hair," and we'd be like, "No, it's not." We would just confirm every stereotype of us being angry cunts ever.
The only one that's allowed to be used, so we're going to use it.
Listen to the bottom 4 of the top 8 right now as it stands. This is the 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bulldogs, Dolphins, Cowboys, Dragons.
Wow.
Didn't have a single one of them in my top 8.
So the Dragons, very impressive
Shane Flanagan.
against the Dolphins, mate. Just unreal. And they're in the 8. What the fuck?
Crept in, but they're in there.
Bronx are 10th.
But it
2
just
points
show-
behind them.
Yep.
It shows you, though, that change of coach and culture, I think, in the Bulldogs and the Dragons.
Yep.
Seraldo, and you get fucking...
I think I always had faith in Flanagan to turn them around, but not this quick.
Yeah,
I
well, they
thought it
haven't
was like a
fully
2 or
done it
3
yet.
year project, but fuck, man, that's like
oh, it's just good for the
it's
club to
enticing
be
for
able to- yeah.
players in the free agency in the open market, like Damien Cook, and they're going, "Ooh, Dragons are building something there." They
You know what
wanna
else
move
I
there to a
love?
club.
And I keep bringing this up all year about his Lomax thing, how he's just changed Zach Lomax's life and all he's done is leave. But he stuck to it. He didn't listen to the Suki cunt and go, "Oh, righto, we'll put him back in the centres." No. Stay out on the wing, play the best you've ever played. And
that
You're
is
a
all
winger
true,
now,
yeah.
and that will hurt you. It'll take you... You probably won't ever get over that until you die that you're now a winger. But you're a fucking good one, so you're staying there.
you are easily the best in the comp. this
Mate, if
year.
it is true that he said that, he surely has gone and been like, "Flano, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You knew more than I
It'd
did."
still sting him that he has to say, like, "Hey, man, what do you do?" "Oh, I'm a winger." That'd suck.
But he's going to the Eels now.
He's a pretty good winger.
So
Great
he's
winger.
going to go
One of
to
the
the
best in
Wooden
the comp.
Spooners by the looks of it.
So obviously it'll be Sevo one wing, Lomax the other.
Well, you got Blaze to
I don't know.
as well.
Doesn't he? Didn't he go there to play
Oh,
centres?
Blaze. Nah.
Blaze needs to play fullback, man, and Gutho needs to fucking do something else
Retire.
because Bucky was good at fullback those couple
He
of
was.
games.
That's what I mean. He is young, and there's a bright future.
He seems
for
to
him.
score every week too.
It's true.
But yeah, the Dogs, good on them.
Fucking
Going well.
feel for JMK. He could be looking at a long stint on the
Oh
sidelines.
yeah, another bloke I got in my team. I know. I was fucking spewing for
Do
him.
you just go, "Ooh, he's going to get an injury this week"? Captain.
Can you pick actually who's can you pick Latrell this week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just have
I'll
1 to
trade him
17
in.
the Blues team.
I'll trade him in for Manu.
That'd be good.
Good idea.
Massive upset at the foot of the mountain, boys.
Yeah, mate.
Penrith
Just played shit.
10 Origin stars being rested over both teams, though. That's a fucking lot of players.
Yeah.
Equals each other out. They fucking Cowboys just wanted it more.
Yeah, I know, but it's like watching fucking Reggies.
Shit.
16-6-2. It was like, I thought, here we go, second half. Penrith will fucking come back here, and then just nothing happened.
Yeah. Very lackluster.
And now the Cows back in the 8 after we've just saved their season by saying that they suck.
Yeah. Not only we say we suck, we named an episode after him.
Wait, has this ever happened? I wanted to ask you. So, see how the conversions, Scott Drinkwater's won, Jake Clifford's won, I think, because he was off for 10 in the bin. Yeah. 10 in the bin, I think. Has it ever happened before that people have got 2 deadly kickers, right? Do you know how you have a good side and a bad side? Has there ever been a deadly left foot kicker and a deadly right foot kicker and you just kick from your good side?
On the same team.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Never
Because
thought
that'd
about
be,
that.
imagine just kicking from your dominant side and just
Every
doing
time.
that. And then they do that side.
Yeah, fuck. Don't know.
You could be onto something.
Well,
Has it happened?
I don't know.
Yes.
But, you know, I just
Maybe.
reckon you could bring your accuracy up if they didn't have to kick from their shit side.
Yeah. Or you just be Nathan Cleary and somehow
just
yeah,
Sink 'em
you're
everywhere.
just good at
kick
kicking.
him arrow straight from
Yeah.
both
Yeah,
sides.
or Lomax in Origin last week.
Oh, yeah. What the
Dude,
fuck?
That
He
was
was
just
thunder
we
cunting him as
forgot to
well.
say that. That was just pure everything was working.
Yeah.
Like everything.
He's fucking
including
terrible most of the time. But he's obviously found his form
Strikes
again.
it well.
Because
But dude, like, you know, a lot of them go for, I think JT kind of changed this as well. And the shot shape of it, you know, comes around a bit and they go for the curve. He was just fucking darting
Yeah.
him dead straight from the sideline. Like, never even looked like missing. You're just like, holy, he's confident in his kicking.
Now, what do you do?
Boy, how about the Chalks just pecking the fuck
Yeah.
out of the
Jeez,
Tigers?
pecked and humped.
It was the first half fucking smashing. The second half was not as bad, but that first fucking half an hour, man, it was just all Roosters. Terrell May again, massive.
Jeez, he's playing good.
Tedesco had a blinder too, just from the back. Before he scored, he was having a blinder, and then he just topped it off beautifully. So
Tupanua in the centres, and then he goes.
That was a bit of a
and
weird one,
Signs
wasn't it?
for the Dogs.
Did-
I think today or
I
yesterday.
thought he re-signed.
No, he signed with Dogs. He's going to Bankstown.
You're
as of
kidding.
next year, yeah.
Who's that?
So Tilly
Tupanua.
Tupanua.
I thought I heard,
I
seen
reckon
a
that's a good signing, man.
Yeah, well, fucking, I think Roosters fucked up because they told him, "Oh, we're signing Dave Fafita. Go look you can look elsewhere and start negotiating." And then when they were like, "Oh, we're not getting David, stay," he went, "No."
Bro,
yeah, but Crichton was going to go as well.
Yeah, so Crichton's re-signed, but Tupanua's leaving.
Mate, I rate him. There was a stage there when him and Crichton were playing second rows, and it was hard to pick who I wanted to put in my multi because Tupanua was scoring all the time.
Man, I'm just going to... I fucking swear I saw something about he re-signed, but
No,
you're probably
I
right.
did see that today as well, Jace.
Okay.
That he's going to.
Yeah, I'm
Bulldog.
pretty confident in my news on this one.
He's definitely leaving, and I'm pretty sure it's Bulldog.
Yeah, it is here. It is here. Where the fuck did I must have just obviously had a fucking...
Man, what about
Like, fuck me, that's a lot of like second rower and lock depth, I guess, for the Dogs.
Yeah, but the
Like
Roosters
Jacob
had that.
Preston, Viliami Kikau, Tupanua, what's Josh Curran.
Yeah.
Like they've got a
I
fucking
think
solid
they,
forward pack, man.
The Roosters couldn't fit them all in, though.
Yeah.
They got that Siwa Wong as well, Tupanua. They were
true.
both playing at the start of the year, and then Crichton said, "Get out of my way."
Yeah, well,
And then they got Victor Radley. They got fucking Nat.
is their salary cap though. So
Yeah.
probably could
Nat
have made it
Butcher
work.
as well. Like, they had too many.
Yeah,
Did you
the Butcher
see
boys.
Rabbits have named Cameron Murray at second row this week and Keon Kolomatangi at lock?
Well, he was playing there when Murray was injured, and he's playing really well. So I
As
don't
soon
know.
as they moved
But
him to the middle,
it's
he
not
started to
so
play a lot
much.
better.
It's not so much Kolomatangi being better there instead of second row. I just see Murray as just a dead set in the middle lock, quick play the ball.
And you also see
Maybe they're giving him a spell.
who?
Like half a spell, Murray is in being out on the edge instead in the middle all game.
You also look at Kalamatangi, and he's way more dangerous running a line, surely.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like hitting that advantage line on someone like Luke Keary.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Poor old Kiri fucking
He is-
gets made an example of a lot,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
Yep.
Anytime we talk about a second row steaming over a half, it's usually Luke Keary.
Yeah, well, fucking hell.
Well, we got to get it in because he's
you could
retiring
pick-
at the end of the
If you
year.
could
Right,
pick
yeah.
one cunt to run at from the NRL and they could just try and absolutely iron you out, and he would iron me out too because he's an NRL player.
Yeah.
But I would pick him
Yeah,
For $1 million
to
on
run
the line.
straight at.
you're not picking fucking.
Who are you picking?
Well, I'm not picking Dylan Napa.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not
fucking
picking
say
Payne
that.
Haas.
If you had to pick one straight up, who is it?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
fuck.
probably Keary or Sam Walker.
Yeah, or Renault.
Yeah, Renault just
Renault's a
go
little
right.
nugget though.
Yeah, but
Renault
if,
can
Keary's
defend
built
solid,
like
but
me fucking
you'd hurt him. You'd hurt.
that's what I
Renault.
mean. You'd be like, well, how do I injure him so he just drops?
Anyway.
Just go like this. He's injured.
So that's a bit of a wrap for the league on the weekend.
but
We'll
going
move
on
into
the
the
Rugby
fucking
league.
AFL because we had a thriller on Friday night. The
was a great
Lions
fucking
came
game.
from nowhere, man, to beat the D's at home. And dare I say it, they look a fucking pretty big threat to play finals now. I'm going to stick to my guns, though, and say that they won't. But they look like they've gotten over their little start to mid-season scandal slump.
Yep, the Vegas sex.
They've got over the
is
WhatsApp.
gone.
Okay. I was just going to say the WhatsApp scandal.
No, I'll just be straight to
Righto.
the point. I honestly thought when they were down by 20, 30, I was like, yep, this is just the season at the moment.
Exactly.
From 3rd to fucking 13th is a win or two with
Yeah.
him. And then Hugh McCluggage,
It had Lions-
fucking goal.
Lions 2024 all over it.
Yeah.
Like go and lose to the Demons who have been terrible lately.
That's right.
At home. And then
No
they've pulled it
Petrarca.
out of the fire. So fucking good on them.
Great win.
Yeah, I watched it. And I couldn't fucking sleep Friday night. I was G'd up for golf. So I watched the league and then I watched the whole last quarter on replay without fucking knowing the score.
Yep.
It was a great decision Great
Nice.
decision. It was fucking very exciting.
Have you ever had to do that before with anything? Miss something and purely block out?
I used to do it with the final round of golf tournaments.
Oh,
and I'd
yeah.
watch the whole fucking thing.
Not knowing.
5 hours of it.
I'd be so tempted you just have.
I know. You got to. If you watch it on the telly, you got to stay off your phone.
Yeah.
Dude, it's impossible. You got to put your phone on Do Not Disturb and pretty well turn it off and lock it up. Because
Pain in the ass.
I used to like when you had like All-Star and I'd turn on the TV
All-Star,
and
nice.
I'd go, fuck. I'd be like, what if I'd make sure the night before that I wouldn't have it on that channel because if I turned it on and saw the score, I'd just fuck it for myself. So you'd go the extra yards.
I used to just
make
go
sure.
for a shit at work and watch it.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just joking.
That's
but
too
yeah.
airy.
Oh, what are they going to sack you?
I'm not now. Fuck, mate.
The Doggies got it done by just less than 3 goals against North. North, that's another week where they've been very competitive. There was
Being competitive doesn't win your game.
no, but they're man. They would.
I said it last week or the week
they're
before.
happy
I was
about
like,
being
they've got to be happy with making a game out of it a few weeks in a row.
They wouldn't be happy about the Collingwood loss because they
Not at
were up by 54.
All the D's.
But
They came home strong.
yeah, but they come back in that one. That would
You
have been
can take
better.
more positives out of that.
Yeah, than having a 9-goal lead and losing.
Yes.
So yeah, the dog. There was a bit of to and fro. Bevo just can't help himself sometimes, and it's good because he sticks up for his players. But
He does.
There was a bit of shit saying that one of his players was milking free kicks and that, and he just got his back right up about it and defended him to the fucking hills and said he's one of the most courageous players, this and that. And I was like, fucking oath, that's what
Kind
you
of
want to hear
like
from
you
me.
want to stand
And
up
then-
for your team.
Old mate's there trying to point out, going, "Oh, so you don't think that was a bit of milking there?" And he goes, "What? He's been put in a headlock and he tried to get out of it. What do you want him to do? Come on, are you serious?" Like to the journal, I'm going,
true.
"Fucking oath, get into it."
He's had
Was
no
he
problem doing it in the
milking
past.
shit though?
Nah, I don't think so. I think it was just fucking old mate's put his arm out and he's caught it around his head. And
Yes. Well, every cunt does done that. If he does hit him and you don't sort of half move away, you don't get a penalty.
Yeah. Anyway, how about this one? I said I was going to catch Sydney soon. Not this week though.
Yeah.
But Freo have beaten them by a solitary point in Sydney.
Man,
So
you
not
must
long.
have put the mocker on because as soon as I was watching that, I went in the final kick. I went,
that
fucking,
was
you said
shocking,
it.
wasn't
I
it?
was like, you said they're going to get done one week. And I was like, this week? And you went, nah, not this
Not
week.
this week.
And then it went, okay, we'll do it this week. Fuck me.
But-
McDonald, he's making an early case for his entrance into Freo next season.
Yeah. He signed with Freo and he had a shot to win the game and he sprayed it. Didn't even get a point.
Oh,
Didn't even get a point
Mate,
to tie.
that was like 50 out.
Yeah, it was
it's a
tough
long
kick.
kick, but he's kind of dead straight. It's like you would back him in 9 times out of 10 to make that kick.
I reckon I was backing him to not make the distance, but not
Weren't
to
ya?
just spray it.
Yeah, sprayed it and short.
so
You
he's just
went-
Nico'd it.
yeah, pretty well.
It was very average. Obviously, the pressure of the moment must have gotten to him.
But Freo, fucking
that is
they are
fucking
just-
impressive to do in Sydney, dude. You
They
can't
were
even,
due.
Yeah, does this take long out of the equation?
But yeah, well, Hawthorn went west.
Wow.
There was no long.
Hawthorn went west and
Well, still
Freo
long, but they
came
just won.
east.
Yeah. So
Wow.
not very long.
No, short.
But huge for Freo. But Sydney would be going? Who gives a fuck? We're still 2 wins clear.
Yeah.
You gotta
Like
win. You'd
8
rather
points
win
clear.
one shitter in the middle than fucking right in.
They were 3 games clear on top, and now they're just 2. So
Freo, that
who
would be
gives-
such a big confidence boost going, we can beat the informed team at the moment. And they're in that contention with fucking 3rd to 13.
I know. Look at the teams on 32, and look.
I'll
who's
just read it
last.
out right now. So 3rd is Fremantle on 38 points, and Essendon are tied 4th with them. And then Geelong is on 36 points at 5th, and 36 points is down to 7th.
Yeah,
And then Lions are on 34 points at 8th, and then 9th to 13th
They're
is
on
on 32. So 4 points for a win in AFL in terms of ladder. So you're 5th to fucking 13th.
it's 4 points. There's
One
there's
loss
one
and you're
win.
out.
Yeah,
You lose once and you are out.
it's wild. It's wild.
I
and
fucking
the
can't
thing
remember
that's going to
last
hurt Hawthorn is that we're last out of all them because of our for and against. We copped a couple of hidings.
The thing that's got to hurt Hawthorn is that they go on to Kardinia this week.
Yeah, and I'm not getting a fucking start in this bet that we're about to have.
Crowd. We'll leave that for later, eh? We'll get into that.
Does that move us into the Cats? No.
Suns, Collingwood.
We've got the mighty can only win at home Gold Coast Suns.
They would be elite if they played all 24 games there.
They need another pandemic that comes. Oh, they've beaten the reigning premier. Magpies.
That's huge.
Almost did their classic Collingwood
Comeback.
They hit the front and everything with a couple of minutes to go, and you're like, fucking how do they do it every single time? But credit to Gold Coast. They kicked two late goals and fucking
they're in that finals contention now too. They're sniffing around.
Massive win.
Huge. Old Noah will be just carrying on.
Righto. Are you ready?
You're allowed to carry on. You are allowed to carry on now too.
Woo! Rebuilt the fucking nest! Let's go, Cats! Get that in here. That's called a murder. This is a rattle.
Against GWS.
That's a core.
Which is a pretty good win.
That's a very solid win.
That's a good win.
That'll boost your confidence, I reckon. 94 to 78.
Where were they on the ladder situation?
So Adelaide are the closest to that contention.
GW.
Oh, GW, they're 10th.
Adelaide cannot play finals, so I don't care what you say.
When you look at that 13th to 5th, and then Adelaide is 10 points out, they're not playing finals.
Yeah, no one past Hawthorn has got a chance.
No, not at all.
Unfortunately.
And it's even weird seeing Gold Coast and Hawthorn in that contention at the moment.
I think that if you had to pick two to come out, it'd be them two.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Have a look at the form ladder. We're on top of that.
In the last, I saw something. It was like the splitting the season in half so far, and on the back end of the season so far, yous are one of the best teams.
Yeah, well, we should be undefeated for about 7 rounds, but we decided to let Port beat us by a point.
One Port loss. Yeah, that would have been huge. Yous would be in the fucking 8 right now.
Yeah, well, we're not, so it's all good.
Yeah, no point dwelling on that.
But yeah, the nest. They've put a few fucking bits of straw back together.
Yeah, we patched the nest.
Good win against GWS. I'll rate that. It wasn't like it was against fucking North or West Coast or something.
No, that would have been a bit of a carry on.
Yeah. The Cattery, perhaps proving Essendon are a bit pretendery.
That was the battle of pretenders. I put me balls on this table, and they live to see another fucking week.
What do you reckon? Flag Cats.
Cats.
Yeah, carrying on he was.
That was an absolute carry on.
It was a carry on.
Hook, line, and sinker because everyone went, what?
No, I didn't. I just said, look, mate.
Not just you. Everyone in the RLC
I don't
was
think.
like, what
that. Yeah. Sorry.
I was blind by this point, and I went, I'm just fucking doing it. And it got you.
Your flag.
That's what they call me.
Port with one of just
fucking
those
dog rooting
shits.
cunts.
Oi, but just the way that they won that is just
So
dirty.
Port Adelaide.
You'd feel dirty if you played or you were a supporter, I reckon, because that one thing, that was 62 to 60. There was only 2 goals kicked in the last quarter, and St Kilda kicked them both. Port kicked 3 points in the last quarter and then just hang on by the skin of there.
Yep.
And I'm just like, wouldn't you just feel gross?
Winning
like
stole
that.
money off a homeless man to buy a packet of Chewies.
That's right. And you get to stay in the top 8 because of it.
Yeah.
You don't deserve it. You
Ah.
don't deserve it after beating St Kilda like that.
Fuck
Like
off in
that.
here.
Sorry, Kingy, but fucking it was
Fuck
just
off in
gross to watch. The
Made me feel
highlights,
sick.
the highlights, the mini KO mini of the last quarter was fucking atrocious.
The third
There was nothing to
start of
highlight.
fourth quarter siren. They had the fucking centre bounce, and then it was game over.
Yeah, may as well. I hate
Game
fucking
of women.
finishes. I hate finishes like that. But anyway, then a couple of fucking punishings to finish off your Sunday. Carlton by 61 at the G against Richmond.
You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, but what about that third quarter?
I know.
6 goals,
Gave
1
them a bit of
behind, domination, just fucking smashed them. That would put the game to bed. And then speaking of absolutely dominating, spreading the wings and making it known that the hawk will always fly better than the eagle, 61,
rehearsed that one.
61-point win to the Hawks in the West, 9-goal second
Poos
half.
and wheeze.
To just keep us sniffing around the discussion of finals, which, look, like I said just before, the few heavy losses earlier in the year is going to hurt us, I reckon, because out of those 5 teams that are on 32, we are like last out of those 5 because our for and against is
97.9 is your percentage.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. We need a couple of big wins.
You do a couple of humpings. That would have helped you there. 60
I know,
point
exactly. Look how bad it was before the weekend.
Honestly, I think you can say you've already exceeded expectations for the
100%.
season.
8 wins.
I had you penciled in as a bottom 3 team, sniffing around with fucking West Coast
Yeah,
and
at the
North.
start, it was just dramas.
We went 0-5
Yeah.
and we were getting thumped.
Yeah.
So,
But this is, even if you don't play finals, you go, right, we were contending for the finals for a bit. We've got a very young squad, a great young coach coming through. The next couple of years are looking bright.
regardless
for the
of where we finish, if we just miss finals, it'll hurt and they'll go, righto, we're on next year.
That's right.
And if they do happen to finish 8th or 7th and they get to play an elimination final, it'll be, and even if we lose that, it'll be like, right, we've tasted it. Let's fucking go and get it
You
again.
shouldn't. You were never expected to make finals this year. I don't even think you expected as a team.
No, I still don't.
Yeah. So
So
fucking already doing better than you should have.
hopefully Guinea. Oh, it hurts to like him, eh? But I just do.
That is just one of those players where I go, fucking. Like for example,
What did
there's
he
a lot
do
of,
though for people not to like him? Just played for Collingwood.
It's the same reason I like Tom Papley and I blew up. It's because of the celebrations after the goals and he was a Collingwood player.
Jack Ginnivan. He used to get booed a lot because he would drop the shoulder and get free kicks for a high tackle. And
It's very easy for a fan base just to turn on a player. All you got to do is a couple annoying things, draw the crowd in against you, but he embraces it.
yeah, he
It's all
loves
they
it.
tell him
So
to shush.
all fan bases would boo him and that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
because Collingwood is so massive, he'd never get booed at a home game.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
love him. He was like a cult figure to him.
Yeah.
You know? It was like chalk
And then
and
it just
cheese.
Just
fucking
having your
flipped
own-
on its
yeah.
head.
And now he's
entirely.
gone to Hawthorn, and he's fucking playing well. And
He is playing good footy.
it's good. He's obviously used to go around and have a lot of long lunches with Joel Selwood, I reckon.
Oh, why? Because the old ducking.
Because he's fucking dropping
Mate,
the
it's
shoulder
a fucking
ducking.
work of art. If you
It
can
is.
perfect that and get free kicks.
Make
what
the
do you
most
do?
of it and smash the cunt
It's just
across
something
the
that you
head.
love to have on your team.
Yeah.
Like I've even when playing local footy a few years ago, we had one bloke who was perfect at it, and everyone hated him in our local comp. I went, "Yep, but it's pretty good having you on my team.
Yeah.
I won't lie. Free
That's
kicks
right.
5 times a game. Just I don't know how they do it. They just put their fucking body in the line. That's why Selwood got split so much.
Yeah.
He was bleeding every
Yeah,
game.
because he cheated.
yeah.
But it's all good. I love how he sort of gives himself a bit of shit on the commentary now about it.
He knows exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, it's like Joey. He always fucking rips
That's right,
himself
yeah.
about partying and that when he's commentating. And Selwood does it about the dropping the shoulder. We'll move into the cricket, boys. India win the T20 World Cup, beating South Africa. Who cares? Virat finally came to the party. He scored 70 runs for the entire tournament and then scored 74 in the final. So
Good on you, V-Rat.
big game player. And then him and Rohit Sharma both retired from T20 cricket after the game.
Wow, did
so they've been two. Obviously, it's just T20s, so
Yeah.
they're not gone. But
just focusing their time.
Both
left
of
on-
It's
those-
ironic because it's usually the other way around. They like tests and then you still play.
well, everyone's different though.
They're old
True.
school.
Like Warney retired from one-day cricket way before Test.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he said like Test was his game.
Yeah.
It's easier, not time-wise, but Warney used to field at first slip and then bowl leggies. So
true.
playing Test cricket was way easier for him than
hence his rig.
Sprinting around.
one-day cricket, trying to save runs all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably go have to try and make 20 off fucking 15 balls at the end or something, so...
And they didn't want him doing too much.
Nah.
You're the king. Just go where you want, king. Let us know when you want to bowl, king.
Where do you want your field? Yeah, no. So everyone does it a bit different, but those two have been a couple of the best T20 players.
Fuck
ever.
yeah. And ODI.
Yeah,
They
once they go from that ODI game, I think it'll be pretty easy to say that Virat definitely best ever. I've never seen a better one-day cricketer than him.
Yeah.
He's the way that he
Hurts you to say, but like, you got to agree.
easily, but by a margin, man.
I
The
can't
games
remember
he's
him-
played and the runs he's scored and his average is like almost 60.
I
And
can't remember him not getting like a 50, like a half
when he
century in playing
chases
ODIs.
runs, if they got to chase 300, he just consistently would make 100 and get him there every time. Yeah. It's crazy. His average batting second in one day.
He's always been such a textbook batsman to watch.
But anyway, he's retired from the T20 game. He's 35. I didn't realise he was fucking getting on a bit. But
true. I guess he
feels like
2014, 2013. That was like his first tour of Australia, wasn't it?
I think he came in 2010, 11 as well. But
yeah, true.
It's been
13, 14 was Ashes, so 14, 15.
He should be coming here this summer. In 6 months' time, him and India come here, so he should be here. You wouldn't say it'll be his last tour, but it could be.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
well,
hopefully.
He's fucking, I can't imagine he'd be short of a quid.
No. Hopefully we can get out and see him because obviously you love to hate him because he's so good, but you do want to make the most of when these fucking quality players are around and say that you've been there and watched him.
In 20 years' time, I watched Virat Kohli play Australia.
Watched him fucking pump us, but no, that won't happen.
Watched him get bowled out first ball.
Yeah. Well, we got him for a duck in that fucking T20 World Cup game. Didn't help us.
Did not.
He had a rank tournament, man, until that final.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, so, like, big game players like that just don't lose the confidence.
That's right.
Because he come out and he was playing all his shots still.
It's so hard for you to step up and have your first good game of the tournament in a fucking final.
Yeah.
When they need you the most.
But he's made that many runs. There's no way he'd ever go and be down on confidence.
And no one's dropping him.
No, that's right.
It's not like he's played 20 games of cricket and he's trying to make his way. And
that's why he's been so good for so long, is because he's had ruts. There was a time period recently where he just could not get a century. And he still has said, I don't give a fuck. He backs his ability.
He's still struggling in the Test game. I think it's been a long time since he's made runs there. But I've just got to bring up a quick yarn about the one and only speed demon of English cricket, Ollie Robinson.
Oh, fart the bar.
Look at this, Jace. I've got written under that, cue Tom saying fart in the bar.
Yeah.
He's good for it. That was paying $1.01.
Try onto it.
He went for 43 off and over in the county championship last week. Had to bowl 9 balls because he kept bowling noes. I watched the over, and it was possibly the worst 9 deliveries I've ever seen bowled. And I'm not putting any mail on
I watched it too. They were half length, just shitters.
I've literally watched my nan bowl better half trackers on Christmas Day.
The pitch must have been, remember those Ashes pitches last year where the tactic, you just had to bang it in and hope that they'd play a false shot because the pitches were that flat and they were doing nothing. So they resorted to that short pitch stuff. It must have been like that. I'm hoping the pitch was like that because they didn't even have a mid-on or a mid-off at one point. So it was telegraphed, I am going to bowl halfway down, but they were getting up to about waist high at 120 clicks.
It literally just invited the batsman to just go, what else am I meant to do with this? Then fucking slog it. It is at my waist and it is slow.
I'm just going, man, you're not 140k bowler.
No,
you can't do that.
And he's been left out of the England squad for their upcoming tour as well. So
it's a shame.
Suck on that.
It's a real shame. He'll be able to get out there with his YouTube golf misses. I'm still dirty about that.
Yeah.
She's like a bit of a sort. And I've seen
Some would say.
the old page, what's it called? The For You page or the other one that's on Instagram. Come up, here's another YouTube chick golfer. Start watching. A few tips. Bit of a looker. Oh, yeah. Fucking dating Ollie Robinson. I'm like, what is wrong with you, love? Come on. Come on.
You can do better than that.
So I blocked her.
Reported her.
Fuck her.
So, no, look, it was great. I've just while we're talking about that, can we have a little quick yarn to the ROLC? Before you post something in there, can we just have a tiny little, just a little 1-2 scroll? Not a big one.
Little look.
Just a little look and just see that it's been posted 84 times already.
Yep.
And we probably don't need it in there again for the
Wouldn't be a
for the
bad
re-upload.
Yeah.
But love your work. We got it sent heaps to just the personal message too.
Yeah.
And when I actually watched the over, I just went,
It was
wow,
poo, eh?
that
It was
is
poo.
fucking rank.
I just found it myself because I went, ooh,
Yeah.
Ollie, let's see what he's got. He's been pounded, and I was like, wow, don't adjust anything, dude. Just keep bowling pies.
Batsman was just clearing the front leg because he knew it was going to
He's
be.
just thinking, surely he was thinking, what a dumb cunt. And then lined up again. Yep,
9
again.
times. Okay, you still
But he would have
haven't
looked
learned.
at the field and went, well, he can't bowl anywhere else
Yeah.
because there's no mid-on. He even sort of swatted him back past
Yeah.
mid-on.
At what point did Ollie go, I might change this up? Also, speaking of RLC and on the topic, segues into Happy Johnny Best Day Stumping Day, boys.
Oh, was it today?
Yep, today, a year ago today,
no,
so that's
I didn't
awesome.
know.
And I
Cheers.
don't know if this is fake or not, but someone else put in there, Joe Root quoted on the infamous stumping.
I think it's real.
On ECB documentary, so that's English Cricket Board. Johnny will hate me saying this, but if you stay in your crease, you can't get given out, can ya? That's coming from Joe Root.
Can I just say, how good was that stay in your crease shirt that the boys
dude.
did last year? Same as what your knockout one. Right
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Stay in your crease. And there was just a photo of him.
Him just
Getting
this one of him
stumped.
just waltzing
Yeah,
out.
that was it. And the stay in your
Bales
crease.
are flying.
Oh, that's great.
We
That's
still did
great
nothing
stuff. No.
That is one of the most. It is just burnt
English.
into my brain. But like moments where you go, "Where were you?" You remember it happening.
Yeah.
Watching that live, I'm so glad I got to see that live.
I just love
I
how
Late
there's
as
reckon
not.
they would be embarrassed about how they reacted
Oh.
now. They would look back now and think, "Oh my god!" It's all like
Yeah.
it's like COVID was. How everyone reacted, and now
I
it's
thought
you
we were
just
gonna
cop it like
die.
you cop the flu. And you think about how everyone was fucking punching on over shit paper. It's like that. It's like that now for these
It
silly
is.
cunts.
It
They'd
is.
be sitting there going, "Oh wow, we really carried on, didn't we?" And
Those-
we walked out and just shouldn't have.
Those old cunts that fucking are in the long room at
Yeah,
Lords must
yeah.
just be
Dude.
going, oh, my
Oh,
God.
Well, they're
Wow.
fucking banned now.
There'd be stubborn ones
they
that are
would.
still going, nah, that's bullshit.
Because you have to look now and go, "Oh man, you look so silly."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You silly old cunts. Barry was probably there.
Yeah.
He was probably he
Yeah.
would have been
Barry.
part of the. Is it Marylebone?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it? The cricket club, MCC.
Oh, yeah. Something like that.
Some
I'm sure.
fucking shit.
Something.
But yeah, we had to bring that up. 120k lollies halfway down. You just cannot be doing that. We could have done that for way less money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Quino could have got out.
And you know what? I probably wouldn't have got hit for so many sixes because he wouldn't have known where the cunt was going.
Yeah.
I might have hit it
I'm
round
bowling
leg. and
bouncers,
then,
I'm
yeah.
bowling Yorkers, I'm going full tosses.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
accurate and shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, well, there's our weekly England trimming.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
it's
mate,
been a
that might be
while.
the squeeze too, actually.
Oh, he's got to be.
Perfect.
He's got to
That's
be.
a great shout.
Let's talk about the UFC. Talk
Oh.
about Alex
Mate.
Poatan Pereira.
What?
Chummer.
Chummer.
Just
what a superstar.
stunning knockout.
What a superstar that man is. Seriously. It's fucking insane.
Single-handedly saving the UFC at the moment.
Before we get to the actual fights there, can I just say how funny it was that Yuri proper asked him not to use woo-woo?
What?
Yuri is a very
How?
spiritual person, right? The big fucking samurai and
Oh.
all this shit. And he was saying that Alex was using like witchcraft sort of stuff, and he was just asking in the press conferences if he could keep it clean, just do the fighting and that. And I'm like, yeah,
Just
man,
back
because
your
that'd make
ability,
heaps of
cunt.
difference. But I was laughing at it. So that was a funny bit at the start. But you could just tell how much he proper believes, like Yuri, with that whole samurai
wow.
spiritual. He's like when Pereira's walking out, he's in the middle doing the big fucking.
But what's happened to like? How do you get like that
I don't know
with stuff? How do you just get
that real
brainwashed into
woo-woo.
shit?
He's not a
Just woo-woo.
samurai warrior. He's a mixed martial artist. Like, why?
He just
is
believes in the
think
woo-woo.
No,
that
I'm
it's-
not even talking about him and that specific what he believes in. I mean, people who believe in anything that isn't real.
Yeah.
What part fucking brainwashes them? Like,
At
what,
what point do you go, that's not going to affect me?
like the old the psychics and that.
Because you
You go
I
to
know.
the
'Cause you-
psychic medium.
if I
Because you
to-
could see the commentators talking about it and being respectful to him, and also saying this dude's fucking crazy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they go,
Yeah.
oh, here he's saying not to use the powers.
yeah.
I probably
Anyway.
would say to Pereira, just don't hit me, please.
Yeah,
As
don't
you're going
kick
to-
my head off.
Please
But
don't
that-
break your toe.
Bit of
Kick
a
my head off.
terrible stoppage
What's that?
from Herb.
Oh, like letting him continue.
Yeah.
As soon as he hit the deck,
Oh.
that was enough, wasn't
Fuck,
it?
you'd be off him.
Especially after the end of the first. Like, end of the first, he just got hit with a clean left hook.
Dude, that left hook is becoming a signature move, eh?
Yeah.
He's fucking dropping cunts left, right, and centre with
Yeah,
it.
but, mate, what else can you say about him, mate? He's just an absolute fucking weapon.
He's the most active champion. He's had the most fights since he's come to the UFC,
Well,
I think. He is just dominating.
What was the go when the McGregor-Chandler was off? That wasn't far out.
Mate, I
2
heard.
weeks.
I heard. Now, I thought I heard it on the pay per view, or I heard it on somewhere that it was like half getting talked about for Perth, like the Pereira fight potentially, or a card near it. So I think early chats had happened for him to fight, but obviously not that early.
Yeah.
You know, so
It doesn't look like anyone in the light heavyweight division is going to come close to him, eh?
I'll tell you what I
What
would
does he
not
do?
be doing if I was anyone in the middleweights, and that is saying, fucking come back down and fight us.
Fuck no.
Mate, I reckon he sort of has to do something soon because, like, Jamal Hill keeps trying to make that there's anything there to do a rematch. How? You got fucking pumped.
Yep.
Yeah, but fucking
kicked
Yuri
his
got
dick and
pumped
then
in
you got
the first
pumped.
one too.
Yeah, but
And
Yuri put up more of a fight than Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
And Yuri's done, like, he was a champion. So was Jamal, technically. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see many entertaining, fair fights for Pereira at light heavyweight.
So
really.
that weight division suits him so perfectly for his size. It's like middleweight was like a little bit too small. Light heavyweight is perfect.
Well, not small. It's just hard for him to get there.
Well,
isn't
yeah,
it?
cut down, yeah.
Is it, was it? I don't know.
I
Surely
don't
would.
know. Like, obviously, I'm a casual, but the idea of him fighting John Jones at heavyweight makes me so much more excited than
Oh, fuck
Stipe.
yeah.
Stip.
Big Stip. That he's obviously a gunman.
Was.
Stipe, but he has had so long off. And it's just like, do you really get that pumped about that fight, Jones and Miocic?
No.
No.
John
I do
Jones
not.
needs to come back and fight Aspinall if he beats Blades.
Stip's going to get
Surely.
fucking smoked.
I think so.
reckon.
Oh,
but
maybe.
Jones is old too.
Jones just wants that name on his resume. Like,
That's
Miocic.
yeah, he said that on the record. He's like, yeah, I want that to be on my resume, and then
That's
I'm
right.
done pretty much.
But
Yeah,
I
well,
just
he's
think
gonna have
Pereira,
to.
I think he
40.
moves. I think he will move to heavyweight. And why wouldn't he have the goal of having 3 belts? He'd be the first person to ever do that in 3 different weight divisions. And he can fucking do it. Like, if there's-
Absolutely, he could.
But I think, like, John Jones, look what he did to Cyril Gahn.
He
Yeah.
murdered
In
him. He
one
came
round.
back
Yeah.
and literally just.
Yeah, but how many
bitched
years
Took
ago
him
was
down
that
and just
now?
crushed his head against
year
his
or
neck.
two,
Only
wasn't
a
it?
year
It
or
was
something.
fucking ages ago, wasn't it?
Oh, it's been
over
probably
12
a year.
months.
Like, we talk about years like they're bloody weeks in the UFC.
I thought it was a year or
Yeah,
something.
when you look at how active Alex Pereira is compared to that heavyweight division, there's a lot of inactivity.
But I
with
just
the big
think
dogs.
I just think there's more to offer him, more exciting fights for him to go. Obviously, he'll defend his title at light heavyweight. But I
Yeah.
mean, does Jamal Hill rematch pump you
No,
up?
not at all.
It was last year.
Yeah.
March last year.
Yes, over 12
But anyway,
months.
what a fucking superstar, man. And you just love watching him. When he's fighting, you love watching him because he knocks cunts out.
Yeah.
Like,
After
it's just
2
exciting.
weeks.
How quick was the little shuffle of the feet and then boom?
Yeah. Well, do you know, he
Pretty
put a
cool.
thing out saying he saw footage
Yeah, I've seen that.
of Yuri defending leg kicks in his
was doing it
pre-fight
wrong.
thing.
Yeah.
So he's like, he saw that and goes, oh, well, that'll open up the head kick.
Bang.
He must just have the fight IQ that is so smart when he sees little movements.
He
and
would
shit, eh?
do nothing other than train and just
Yeah.
fucking watch fights.
Fucking oath. I think
lives
he
and
even
breathes it.
plays video games using himself.
Would he ever fucking have had a beer? I wonder.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's fucking
offering one.
impressive. But just quickly running through a couple of the others, there was a young fella. Oh, I don't even know if he's young, but Peyton Talbot. He's 9-0 now. Won in like 17 seconds, which was fucking impressive. So
Holy
I hadn't seen him
Jesus.
before. Just give him proper little left bang, like a groper sort of.
Oh,
yeah, sort of G1'd him.
Shut up.
G1'd him. So that was
love it.
good. Now Joe Pyfer. He's a fighter that I'm fucking...
Pie.
yeah, man. I reckon I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does. He knocked Barriald out. It was very impressive. So, keen to see what he does. Ian Gary versus MVP wasn't the most exciting thing to watch, but that's the only way I think Gary wins, and that's the only way I think anyone beats MVP. You
Was he
can't beat him
sniffing?
on the. He took him down.
Yeah.
He should have. Man, he was this close to getting a rear naked choke in the first round. Like he had it sort of locked in, and I thought it was done. And then MVP won the second round on the feet, and then Gary ended up getting onto him. And, like people were saying robbery and shit, but it's one of those grey areas with UFC where it's like, okay, well, how do you judge this many hits against that much control time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone loves to hate Ian Gary at the moment.
But
too,
it was
so.
unanimous decision, 29-28.
Well, everyone also loves to hate the ground game.
Yeah, they're
or
like,
the casuals do anyway.
But
yeah, myself.
Yeah, but anyway.
Stand up and trade them, you pussy.
Yeah,
But
stand
I-
up and just box.
But I honestly don't think, like, Gary was carrying on that he was going to be quicker than MVP. I don't think any fucker is closing the distance on the MVP on the feet. That cunt is that elusive and closes the gap so easy. He bounces on his side, and then like that, he's punching you in the face from fucking 2 meters away.
Yeah, crazy.
So-
Does Gary start becoming a puck?
cuck?
Because he's already is one, mate.
Yeah.
Because he's middleweight, right?
think
Or is
so.
it welterweight?
I think he's...
No, they were
Actually, no,
middleweights.
he's talking about Usman.
Yeah,
think
but
he's-
Usman went up to middleweight.
No, but I think he's welterweight.
Yeah,
pretty
so
sure.
that's like, what point does Gary become an actual contender? Is
Yeah,
he
well, now
one
I
away,
think-
or is he going to start
It
becoming...
was welterweight.
I think he won that one now, and I think that was a fight that was fucking pretty big for both of them because I think that puts one of those two, now Gary obviously, into maybe Colby Covington or
I
something
would
like
like
that.
to see that. I think
Maybe
that
Colby
makes sense.
Covington, which after watching that fight doesn't fire me up because Colby Covington is one of the most boring fuckers to watch in the most recent
True,
fights.
just cardio and sniffing.
And I think Gary just does what he has to do to win. So
Well, he's doing it smart because it works.
anyway, and then mate, this is a massive one, and a shout for fucking captain really if the Queensland Origin girls or Alex doesn't get it. Dan Ige and Diego Lopez, both of these cunts deserve the biggest pat on the back because Brian Ortega pulled out last minute with, I think he had a fever, woke up with a fever. So just as a backstory, Diego Lopez first found out he was fighting, Ortega at featherweight. So cut to featherweight, 145, was at the weight, pretty much at the weight anyway. Found out that Ortega couldn't make the weight, so they were going to do 155.
Was this, how far out was this?
Man, I think he weighed in at 145, but
Oh.
I might be fucking wrong. But if not, he was
It was
ready.
very close to fight night.
Yeah, it was very close, like the week of sort of thing.
Yeah,
that
right.
He couldn't make it.
That's
all of
all
a
we
sudden.
gotta know, yeah.
So then they changed it to 155, and he rehydrated, made 155, weighed in at that. Then the morning of the fight, Ortega woke up with a fever, couldn't fight. They found Dan Ige, which we'll get to in a second, who was going to fight, but it had to be at catch weight at 160 something. So he's weighed in again at 160 something, and just found out the bloke he was fighting that day, and he's just like, bring it. So fucking what an animal that cunt is,
Yeah.
and what a head fuck. And then the next bloke, Dan Ige, gets a call after waking up, just going about his day on a Saturday and goes, hey, man, you want to fucking fight in the co-main event of UFC 303 tonight?
Fuck it.
Copy.
Yeah, but it would have
Fucking-
been like, fucking oath, I'll go to work and get paid a shitload.
Yeah, for sure. But I
It
mean,
was like fucking getting a call out.
but man,
The
not many
OT call.
people, not many people in his position are fucking doing that. And the thing that blew me away is he won the third round.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
think he'd
yeah,
come
yeah.
out steaming in
Yeah.
one,
and just, yeah.
And
like he
gas.
was in a training camp to fight in July, I think, like a
This
fight
month,
this
yeah.
month, but still,
Yeah.
fucking
Pretty-
So,
You're not
well,
100%.
mate, well done for those two. Pretty much saved the main card, to be honest.
Well, Diego's actually spent a bit of time in the octagon for once.
Yeah,
Because he normally
yeah.
just fucking wins in 50 seconds.
True.
So that's that's pretty much
How
it.
good's that?
UFC 304 is the next one coming up. Look, it doesn't fire me up, to be honest.
is that?
It's English. I think there's Curtis Blades and Tom Aspinall, Leon Edwards versus Bilal.
Oh,
Muhammad.
is it? I actually am keen for that because I
Yeah.
want Leon to just smoke him.
Yeah, me too. But it's like when Alexis fighting or McGregor potentially or Volk or something, I'm like, well,
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
sure I'll get pumped up, but nothing about that card. I'm like, just itching to
Yeah,
see.
but I love watching Leon Edwards fight.
yeah, he's good.
He's
It's just
entertaining.
Paddy the
whether-
Baddie and Molly McCann are fighting too.
So it's a full English card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they fighting in England? I'm
I'd
assuming.
Yeah,
So
it would have to
so,
be
mate.
fucking
Yeah.
Manchester or something.
They just
But
go
anyway.
and put it in fucking Vegas.
Boys, we had one of the most exciting F1 races of the year.
Do you have
Pretty much.
Q Tom's?
No, I don't.
You're gonna have to start doing that.
George Russell of Mercedes won the Austrian Grand Prix.
Russell, I love myself.
Max Verstappen and Lando Norris had one of the great battles for the lead, which ended up resulting in a crash.
I did see a
and
bit of
old
drama.
Lando, fucking Lando. George Russell's about 15 seconds behind, can't possibly win. They've taken each other out, and he's just Stephen Bradbury.
Yeah, it had
there was
Bradbury
still a
written
few
all
laps to
over
go.
it.
It wasn't the last fucking corner,
Yeah.
but just awesome to see because Lando and Max went at it for laps, and Max just refused to let him past, even though the McLaren was quicker on the day, and he was doing a bit of cheating too. So he's been called out
I'd
for
cheat
that.
too if I had a slower car, that shit.
So there's rules that you're not allowed to move off your line when you're braking and shit, and he was doing it every time, and it ended up they've come to blows and punctured each other's tyres and just they're both fucking hopping along, and old Georgie boy just went flying through. And you should have fucking heard the radio. So Mercedes are on, I've obviously seen it. And they're on there going, George, we could win this. And he just replies, just let me fucking drive.
That's great.
In his little Pommy accent. But
Hey,
yeah.
have we given we given him the flick?
No, he's here.
Oh, is he?
I just wanted to
I didn't mind
see
either
if
way.
he gets it all right. I didn't mind either way. I haven't sent it to Quinn, so I better play it.
I just don't worry about it. It's all good, mate.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Kidding, mate.
Here we go. We'll get him up. We'll get him on. Surely it's going to be an exciting one because it fucking was an exciting race.
Keen to see because all I saw was a lot of controversy on who was wrong, either Lando
Well, the stewards
Verstappen.
come out and said absolutely 100% Max's fault. And
There you go.
then they showed on the coverage, they showed 3 or 4 separate times where he did the same thing, where he was in the braking zone and he's fucking moved a whole car width over when he's seen where Lando was coming. Just full on.
Is he becoming
cheating.
more and more disliked?
Well, he
can
has to be.
Become more dislikable.
That's fucking shit. You do that. I don't know. He's a dirty cunt. Refused to give up the lead.
Daddy can't.
It's fine if you get the elbows out,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you can't just blatantly fucking
Give him a faster car.
shit.
So it's fucking even, you
fuck
silly
him.
cunts.
He's already got the fastest.
doesn't he?
Does he?
Yeah.
We'll give him a
Normally,
slower one then. Make them all the same speed and see who the best is.
Lando come out
Shit
after
sport.
the race and was like, if he says sorry, he might earn some of the respect back that he's lost from me.
Wow.
Sorry. Say sorry.
He is a pommy.
He's a pom
He is
too.
a pom too.
You cheat.
Oh, pretty much, eh? Righto.
Let's hear it.
It's the motorsport segment. I've
Gonna have
only
to
got
hear
one
all
thing
that
to
again now.
Fucking say, up the Blues, up the fucking Blues.
Fuck him
We
off.
flogged you.
Onto the tips, eh?
Yeah. Righto. Actually, we got to get a bit of
gonna do
Yeah,
that?
fuck that. I'm not copping that.
It's motorsport
boxing-
segment, not the fucking origin segment.
Motorsport,
cunt.
shut up, footy, fuck off.
I think we did a pretty good job of recapping that anyway.
Yeah,
That's
look,
what I mean. It was just gonna be a
I've
broken
never
record
seen
player.
a New South Wales motorsport team. So boxing, I forgot to say the no limit card on July 10th should be a ripper watch. There's a few good fights in there. Billy Polkenhorn is a bloke coming out of the All-Star gym. Just got a start in there. Who else we got here? Liam Wilson, obviously, against Yusuf Dib.
Yep.
I think he's on a warpath to try and make a statement to
Fight
try and
Cambosis.
fight Cambosis.
Yeah, I saw that interview.
So I don't know how it'll go for him, but I'm rooting for him. I hope
Yeah.
he can fucking make it happen. Big Barry Hall versus Curtis
Baz.
Scott.
Yeah, that's
So is
crazy.
it-
eh?
Holy size mismatch, cunt.
Yeah, but it was the same last time.
Yeah, but Joey was a fat cunt.
Yeah.
Barry is a man
Curtis is a pretty big lad.
Curtis is
But
big,
true.
young, and hungry. Barry is old and washed. I
and
reckon.
hungry.
Yeah.
Joey Lalua was hungry.
But so I'm keen to see how that goes. Curtis seems to be really trying to do something with, with his boxing, so
Yeah,
it'll be
legitimate
interesting.
boxer.
And then Sammy Goodman is fighting in the main card.
That's
so,
the main event.
So that's on July 10th.
This is
Where-
his. They reckon this is his last step to fighting that. Is it Inouye?
Yeah.
This is his last.
Yeah,
step.
last thing to do to then definitely
That'll
get
be
the shot.
massive, man.
Yeah, oh,
Massive.
fucking huge. Because
That bloke, that Inouye is huge like in the Asian countries, man.
yeah,
He is in Asia as a continent. He is massive there.
Yeah.
In Japan,
Their
they
pride and
fucking
joy.
love him. So
Oh,
that'll be a
should
massive fight.
Should we fucking just stick to our guns, or should we play him?
Oh, you've gone back.
Oh,
on
he
your
feels
word.
bad
Well,
now.
Ah.
He feels bad.
No, well, I don't know. I'm just like, cunt. We
I
don't
thought you
need
were
to-
sticking to
We
it.
don't need to chirp. I didn't mean fuck him off for good. I meant like fuck him off today. I don't need
Yeah,
to
I know
hear your
what you
shit.
meant.
That's
But
what I was
should you-
agreeing on.
Do you want to fast forward it a bit and
He's
go to
gone
the
How
soft.
long's the fucking thing go for?
2 minutes. He's gone soft.
Surely it's just to up the Blues. If
Nah.
the New South Wales trouting goes for longer
It
than
won't.
10
It
No,
seconds,
but
won't.
see, I thought about it and I went, I don't want anyone sitting there saying I'm not taking me licks.
We took him last
We took him from
fucking
every
week.
couch.
our
on the
wounds
couch.
have been licked the
But
fuck out
I'm
of.
just
Anyway,
giving all these cunts
I'm
one
playing
last
it.
chance to
Cane
spray
toe
me.
fuckers on Wednesday night. Get that up, yes. Anyway, as far as motorsport's concerned, we had a dual race weekend in Austria. Sprint qualifying. Oscar qualified third, Ricardo P16.
Oh, Oscar finished second
The race,
too.
relatively boring first
Forgot about
4
that.
laps.
Yeah,
Then Lando into turn 1 goes late, very late, on the brakes down the inside of Verstappen for the lead. He then fights back to retake the lead. Then Oscar follows and dives down the inside of his teammate. Then round the outside with a very brave move. It was a spectacular 5th lap, and then fuck all happened after that. Max wins to Oscar, then Lando. Ricardo ends up 15th. Qualifying. Oscar should have been out of 3rd, but got stitched up by the FIA for track limits on a track where you cannot exceed track limits without losing an advantage. Then he starts out as 7th. Ricardo qualified 11th. The race, boring first 50-odd laps, 60-odd
Wow,
laps.
that's crazy.
Then Lando and Max have a hectic battle for the lead over several laps, which results in damage for both cars. Lando retiring. Max went in for a new set of tyres after a puncture. Then it promoted Russell, the pommy twat, to the lead. Oscar ends up having a brave move on Carlos Sainz for 2nd place. Does the old outside move again. He's got a big set of balls, that little cunt. Russell wins to Oscar, then Carlos Sainz, and Ricardo finishes 9th. It's good effort. 2 Aussies in the points. In F3, Christian Mansell in the sprint finishes P2 after a bed shit. He could have won it, but they sent the wrong tone through his helmet just before the safety car came out, and
You're
it
kidding.
resulted in
That's
him backing
squeezy.
off. The feature, he puts in a monumental drive to finish 4th from 11th after having a hectic battle for the lead in that race. Christian Mansell's actually doing pretty good. As much as I hate the little prick, he's a very A-grade cunt. When I raced against him, I would have put him on his skid lid. Dirt squirters, Jet Lawrence won the first race over in the US and second in the second race over in the US.
Nice
Hunter
boys.
Lawrence, his brother, was 2nd, then 3rd. So Jet won the round. Hunter ended up 3rd for the round. Great for the Aussies over in the US on the dirt squirters. Great effort. Oh, yeah. Get that up, yes.
Nice. Ended up
Righto.
all right.
Yeah.
I just had to make him sort of, give it.
Well,
put
if
it to
he's
window.
listening to this,
Plus,
he's
I have
sitting
the
there
worst
going,
conscience ever, cunt. I would have lost sleep over doing that or something.
bad.
And just like, I'm
he's
too
a big
nice.
softy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. No, yeah. No, that was good. I love it. The F3s, though. Do we need it? Do we need
Do we
That's
need
like
the
getting
Fs?
a jersey flag report. Like, we're not going to talk about
I
it.
don't know if we need any of it, but
You know, like, that's like the comparison.
No, I love the,
look,
I
I
love the
like
dirt
hearing
sports.
about Jet and Hunter Lawrence squirting
Because they're
dirt.
Aussies
Yeah.
and they're dominating.
Yeah, yeah.
We always
Aussies-
highlight
But
an Aussie.
but I like hearing about the F1s.
And that's why it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's boring as fuck, but that's
Yeah.
just me.
If
and
there was
and
any-
there's 3 of us, and heaps of people like
Yeah,
it.
if there was any motorsport that I would get into, it is F1s, though. Would not be F3s.
No.
Just saying.
Probably not
so
the F3s.
I
just give
went
it a
and
bit.
watched the Gold Coast 600 once.
V8s,
live.
yeah.
It's fucking pointless. I go too fast. I went, whoa! The fuck was that?
That's why
the next cunt.
it'd be better to watch it on telly, surely, because at least they follow you.
Yeah, if there's anything that's shit to watch live, it's that. It's loud as fuck too. You have to wear earplugs and you can't see anything.
The only good one would be Bathurst, surely.
But-
Yeah, because it's a 3 day.
Yeah, but what was good
Larry.
about that Gold Coast 600 is you could get in a chopper. I got in the chopper and they took you around the top and you can watch them fucking...
Fucking must be nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Jace.
Fucking hell,
This
where
was
was their
fucking.
invite?
This was when I was apprentice on a footy trip.
Oh.
It was like $100 or something, and you can go for a lap.
This wasn't perks of Megastar.
No.
Okay.
No,
that was at the
Megastar,
Gold
bro.
Coast
Imagine
600.
now. Fucking,
Yeah.
he'd be flying the cunt.
Well, yeah, Knuckles would pick me up.
Just hover above and watch the whole thing.
Yeah. But anyway,
Good stuff,
Shout out
mate.
to
Let's watch
motorsports.
the. Let's put the tips in.
yeah.
Let's move on to. Let's move quickly through it too.
Yeah, I reckon. I'm hungry.
All right. Bunnies versus Para at Combank on Thursday night. I'm going Bunnies.
It's an each way special. This.
Yeah, 69%. Great number.
I'm going to. I just don't know whether to back Moses or Latrell in.
I'm going Trell.
I'm going Trell.
Bunnies momentum, Para.
I'm going
No
Trell
momentum.
because I hope Moses does something bad because he's the key, I think.
I'm going to tip the Eels, man.
Oh, yeah?
I've got to tip them. Yep.
Well, you're making ground if by doing that.
The
I
last
am
placed Eels that lose. Heaps.
Yeah, I know, but look at that side.
Look at the
Anyway.
Bunnies side.
I've got Rabbitohs written here, and I'm going to tip the Eels. What an idiot.
What an
Groper
idiot.
each
What
way.
an idiot.
What's next, Jace?
Friday, Sharks taking on Titans in, I'm assuming, Coffs Harbour.
Sneeze Harbour.
That's a good one. I'm going to go Sharks.
I'm going to pick the Sharkies too.
Yeah, me too.
They'll bounce
Down
back
there.
after last week.
Tommy Hazelton's got the 8 on his back again.
Oh, he scores.
Instead of the
Tommy
15.
Hazelton scores. Go Sharks for a Tommy. 2-legger.
They
Easy.
started him off the bench last week.
Yeah, no.
That's why they lost.
Nah.
Get him on.
Big Egg needs to fucking run on.
Yeah, the big strapped up egg.
Yeah, Sharks for me.
Yep.
Yeah, Penrith against Brisbane. Straightforward, this one.
Now,
Brisbane.
you know what? Fucking, I am not giving this cunt the satisfaction of me tipping against the Broncos twice this year and getting them right both times. I'll happily get it because that's the only time I've tipped against them this year is when they went to Penrith and got smacked by 30. I
Yeah.
tipped Penrith, and I can't tip Penrith again and have them win again.
No.
So I'll happily...
You'll
fucking-
take your licks if we
I'll-
lose this
that's
one.
right.
You're
Yeah,
a good man.
No, yeah. You just get
Come on,
pumped.
surely...
And then imagine if we win.
we probably will.
We'll be able to walk in through this door, probably not even fit with our dicks swinging because we beat Penrith.
You know why we'll probably win? Because we are the worst football side ever and we can't win a game and we won't play finals and there's no
Yeah.
way we'll beat them.
And Reece Walsh will not find heaps of confidence this game
No.
and absolutely tear
Not
them
a chance.
apart.
And we won't name the episode this so that we now win.
No, Broncos will definitely not win. Will definitely not
Are
be
you
the
cunts
title.
finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit of a track one. And then Saturday half, Doggies versus the Waz.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Dogs.
Fuck,
Dogs
man.
for me too.
Dogs. Let's
They're
go,
making
dogs.
a late charge.
Look at 'em
Fucking
go.
I'm loving watching it too.
I know.
Like
It's
Waz
fucking
good
good.
win against the Bronx, but they still, you could tell they weren't all there.
I've got that is a lot of ground early. I've gone Eels is ground, Bronx is ground, Dogs isn't. But this next one is, boys, and you know what I'm doing.
You're tipping like
Have a look where they're playing.
Actually, you know what? I'm
No
with you.
way.
I'm getting fucking ass raped in the tipping comp. So might
Fucking
I make
oath.
some fucking ground?
Yes, and this is proper.
Tipping Leichhardt against first place Melbourne.
Yeah, but they're due.
Jay, shut up. Stop shitting on us. We got fucking the Roos a
Look,
win.
they got fucking Dewey,
Yeah,
Staines,
they got Dewey
Buller, Galvin,
and
Caesar,
Dewey.
Fuck yeah.
Coruscant, Dewey.
fucking Dewey. What's doing?
Oh,
Fucking
I'll
oath.
take Dewey.
Let's tip
Yeah, we'll go
Leichhardt.
Storm then. You
Tip it.
tip it. Right, then we got North Queensland playing Manly at Queensland Combat.
This is an interesting one.
That's a grounder for me too. Manly.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
backing the
going Manly
Cowboys
too,
in just
yeah.
yet to have turned the corner
Yeah,
properly.
this would be such a Cowboys game to lose.
They've got all
Yeah.
their players that are shit back in.
Yeah, they lose.
And can't win a game.
Oh,
the
did you
six
see,
Origin
did you see
players
that
suck.
Chad is leaving? I saw a headline.
Where's he
Yeah.
going?
I don't know.
Super
probably
League or
Super
something.
League.
It
Who
just
else
makes
is
so
calling
much
him?
sense.
Surely he's
Plenty of
not.
golf courses
Apparently-
over there, Chad.
I've heard whispers too in the camp that he's a wanker.
Really?
He's a
just-
big wanker guy.
Big, Well, look, all I've heard from a couple of sources in there is he's just doesn't fit into the North Queensland vibe.
Oh, he's a
you
bit
know
of a
what
Sydney.
Yeah, bit
What
of
makes-
a
yeah.
Sydney
bit
boy.
Of a, bit of a.
It's easy to pick up on, I'd say.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't. That's
have you
all I
seen the
to say, I
Players
think.
Club vlogs and shit? Him, Scotty, and Val.
Where's
they
he
play
fucking
golf.
from?
Well,
I gotta
most of the
find
boys
out.
hunt pigs and fish.
He's a
on
New
their
South
day off.
Welshman.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all rum drinking fucking
I
pig
just-
hunters,
I
and
don't
he
doubt
goes
he-
up there. He's just a big.
Hang on. Let me get out of this. Go to the next and I'll just find out where
Yeah,
it is.
right,
But
well-
where's Karingbar? That sounds
Somewhere
like
in
a
New-
beach.
somewhere in New South Wales.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Also, I'm going to tip Manly. Actually,
Bro, he would hate it up there.
That's what I mean. It
why is
doesn't
he up there
suit-
then?
Cronulla. Fucking hell.
But you know, he just doesn't. You just don't see a stereotype person fitting into a stereotype place,
Mate.
and they just do not work. It's like the magnets opposite.
He was pretty well born in Cronulla, boys.
when you think of Cowboys, you think of
You're thinking of fucking...
Kyle Felt.
Matt Scott, Kyle Felt, Matty
Yeah.
Jordan
Bowen.
McLean loves
Yeah.
fucking hunting pigs.
That's right, North
Thurston
Queensland
used
blokes.
to. Mad
that
cow.
is so... Oh, not the fucking best to ever do it.
Oi,
just-
he's me favourite. He's
you've
me
just
goat.
shat on-
he's a
He's
shit
me
player
goat.
now.
Oi, how's that shitting on him?
Not at all.
Well, he's had a fucking missus ever
loves-
since he's
Nah,
lived there.
but back
hasn't
in
he?
the
He's
back in
hunting
the day.
balls at the cow.
Yeah, mate, fucking everyone.
Gilly,
knows.
don't even fucking think about it.
Yeah, don't,
dude.
don't just leave it, but don't clip it, Gilly. Fuck, what are you trying to get me king it? Leave it.
Every NRL and AFL player is going to hate us if
Oh,
Gilly keeps us up.
The best to ever do it just fucking hates us now.
Oh, yeah, no, but by the way, he's my favourite, one of my favourite players
Yeah.
ever.
So you get where I'm coming from with this fucking Cronulla situation. We're talking Palm Beach, Coogee, Sydney,
Not
Cronulla.
Townsville.
Oh, he would suck as a bloke.
Yeah, you know, like there.
Boring.
It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Have you tried this pale ale?
yeah, he would definitely be drinking the hazy, fruity, bubbly.
Nah.
Yeah.
Fucking,
haven't.
screams Byron Bay.
Let's go for a fucking yacht out in the harbour and have a pale ale.
dude. If you want to, like,
I'd rather a fucking stale ale.
if you want an idea that kind of confirms everything he's saying, just watch his vlogs. Watch one of his
no, thank
vlogs
you.
on YouTube, and you'll go, "Yep, that's
I'm
him."
sure for some people, and I'm sure he fits into a lot of places, but North Queensland, no.
I want to know.
Not a big North Queensland guy.
Well, do you just make sure that you never ever, after that, don't ever reveal your source?
No, I won't. No.
Because he's fucked if
Yeah.
you do.
No, I just heard whispers.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
around.
I'd be lying if I hadn't heard whispers too.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's a
haven't heard
thing.
any of
It's a
these
thing.
whispers, so I'm
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
That's why I've got you here.
Just goes to show, doesn't it? All right. Roosters versus the Dogs.
Yeah.
Jeez, it shouldn't be 94-6.
I'm looking forward to this game, but I'm going to tip the Chooks.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you
I'm,
can't.
closer
How can
than
you
expected,
not
though.
tip the Chalks?
I know.
Just
Oh,
right
it's
now.
exciting for
But
Dragons
the Dogs,
fans, though.
yeah.
Like, if you're a
Fucking-
fan,
if I was
you're
a fan
going-
of the Dragons, I would be tipping them.
I'd be fucking
just getting
G'd
right
up.
behind it.
Rock would be layering.
Yeah.
Normally, this is the Anzac clash, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, well, we've had that already.
Yeah,
Except
no,
it's
I know, but
7th
I
of
mean,
July, not
normally these
25th
two
of
teams
April.
Yeah,
play
yeah,
every
yeah,
year.
yeah. Sorry, mate.
They fucked it
I've
up.
lost the plot.
Just like they've played some passionate
yeah,
games,
yeah.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly
They're
what you mean.
rivals, some would say.
This cunt is
No,
just
no, fuck
I've
on the
lost
fucking roll, yeah.
Right.
Righto.
Who we got?
Canberra versus Newcastle at GIO.
Yeah, this is where I was leading here. I think
I can't
Canberra
shit
are
too
done.
Canberra
And I'm
shit.
going to tip the Knights.
Me too.
Let's just not say how shit Canberra are.
I just think
Let's
they're on the
just tip
downhill.
Newcastle.
Yeah, we're tipping Newey.
Yeah.
Righto. Now,
Oh, what do you
This
know?
ga-
I can't
now this-
put my tips in.
fucking AFL round, this is very groundy for me anyway.
Is it?
I've gone against what I think I should do in a lot of games. So, actually, no, I wouldn't even say that. I think I'm tipping well. I'm tipping with stats.
Well,
what are you going Friday night?
Great game of footy, this, by the way.
Great game of footy.
I'm going the Pies.
Double pretender clash.
Yeah, Dogs
You
eyes.
reckon Pies are pretenders?
They
They had to go to the Goldie Fortress, mate.
All 3,000 people there.
They don't lose
No,
up there.
I am going to tip the Pies because I think Essendon, it's a very slippery slope for the Bombers at the moment.
Yeah, yep. Pies.
Yep.
Here we
Saturday,
go, boys. Here we go.
1:45, North versus
Have not
Suns.
won an away game since May 2023.
Well, I'm with you, Gropes.
And I'm with
Over
you
a
as
year,
well.
this is it, North.
This just reeks of, Suns beat Collingwood last
Stinks
week
of
at
it.
home.
yeah.
Lose to North on the
And
road.
I can smell it.
I'm about 15 points behind, so I need to make
I'm
ground.
about 100.
So, yeah, North.
All in the North train.
North.
And then at Adelaide, you have Port taking on the Dogs.
Dogs.
It's not long.
Need
It's just not
ground.
long, and Dogs are going to win.
Need ground and Porter shit to watch.
Port shit.
To watch.
Righto.
And to drink.
This is a big game.
Hawks, obviously.
Cats against the Hawks. I'm going Cats.
I'm tipping
You're
the
going
Hawks, but it's tough to go to Kardinia and win. That's all I'm going to say. It's tough to go there and win. And look,
Tommy.
we're right amongst it if we can beat yous.
I think it'd
Yeah.
be more entertaining if the Poos and Wees won.
So you tipping them.
Just purely because of that,
Okay.
yeah. I wouldn't have a single clue what the fuck Kardinia means.
No, it's all
or
right.
I wouldn't
It's
have
just
a
their
single-
home
yeah,
ground,
but I
so,
don't
you
know
It's all
the.
right.
I know it's
Yeah.
the home ground, but I don't know historically what
Used,
it
it
means.
used to
and shit.
be, it hasn't been so much this year,
That's
but
what I
it
was
used
gonna
to
say.
be a bit of a, you don't
Yeah,
go there
yeah.
and win,
Yeah.
ever.
Well, I
I'm
just
sure
think,
you've said on the public record before that Kardinia is no longer a fortress.
Yeah, but
I just
so
think
you can't have that as an
You
excuse.
beat a premiership contender
this is
last
the
week.
only reason I'm going them because I think the banter between you two will be funnier if the Poos and Wees win.
Jace wants to do a bet, and I said,
Yeah.
okay, that's fair enough. How much start do I get? What's the line? Give me the line on BlueBet.
Mate, you're fucking
And that's what I should
paying
get.
$2.40 just head to head.
But a fair
You
bet.
don't deserve. You're one win out of the 8. You're one win off us. you do not deserve a head
fair
start.
bet would be
No
the
way.
line. How's
No
that not a
way.
fair bet?
You don't get a line.
10.5.
Anytime Tom and I have made a bet with Broncos and Penrith, there's never been a line.
But
Never.
that's the fairest thing. $1.90, $1.90.
do you not back your boys?
I reckon
Do you not
head
think
and
you're
a half.
going
I
to...
reckon head to head, mate.
Plus 10.5.
Do you not have enough faith in your boys?
No, I'm just trying to get fucking free
You
money.
don't have to
You
butt
just
chuck
want
a
me-
beer. It's just a fucking bet.
What are we staking? Are we staking a bit of
I'll just wear a bit
memorabilia?
of fucking shit paper. I mean, one of your
I'll
Geelong.
bring in the
it's
Geelong
a-
Premiership Guernsey 2022.
Bring in one of your bath mats, and I'll put it on.
Bring in your roll of toilet paper.
Bring in
Just
your-
by some chance. Don't even worry about it because
I
you're
just
not winning.
Can't believe I'm not getting.
You're
going
going to be at
You're
the
gonna be-
game, aren't you, Jace?
I will be. So I go to Melbourne tomorrow night and we'll be travelling out to Geelong for this. So
It'll make it even
Dude,
better
it's
that
gotta
I don't
be-
get a start.
if you're in the back of my head that whole game, it's gonna drive me nuts.
I just don't get it. But anyway, that's how bets work. You get a start.
When have we
If
ever
you're
done
the-
it?
If you're the underdog, you get a start.
No.
But anyway,
Okay.
we'll move
If
on.
I gave that to you, it would have to reciprocate in the future.
Yeah, the line.
Mate,
Anyway.
just go head to head. Back
Head
your
to head.
boys.
Whenever you
Just
put a
back your
carton
boys.
on it with a mate, you don't say, yeah,
Yeah,
head the line.
yeah, you do.
Like, fuck. You go, oi, carton, cunt, we'll beat you. Yeah, righto.
Righto.
Have
Who
we-
do you do lines with?
Who don't you?
What are they?
You know what I meant? I meant the footy line.
Yeah. Anyway,
In the sheds.
Don't worry about it. We'll go head to head. But look, it's like me saying, "Hey, let's do a bet. I'll go this $10 horse, and you can have the $1.50 favourite."
It is so different. Just
That's what
back
it's
your
like.
boys.
It's the same thing.
It's back your boys. You're playing good footy.
Righto,
We're
righto.
one win off each other.
GWS Carlton.
Carlton.
Yeah, Carlton.
Carlton.
They're going real well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Righto.
We'll continue.
Keep going now, Jace.
I'm a bit flustered. Frio against Tigers.
Oh, Hawes will start swinging it.
Gee. I'll get knocked the fuck out.
Not anymore.
Frio taking on Richmond.
Long
Jesus. Frio are just going to hump them up.
Surely.
Melbourne.
Surely.
Yep. And then D's taking on West Coast.
Reverse
XG, Melbourne.
Yeah.
And Sydney against St Kilda at Marvel.
Righto, boys. I've got a theory here.
no.
Fuck
Back to
off.
back losses.
Yeah.
Has it not happened several times this year?
It has.
We thought Geelong were going to win the flag 6 rounds
they
in.
went 7 from 7 to start.
And then they went loss.
Loss.
So I'm hoping Sydney go back to back. St Kilda. How often do you see it? I need the ground.
Look, if you tipped all the underdogs for the last 4 games, you would make some fucking ground.
Yeah. Well, I
because
didn't do that.
It's 98 to 2% or 97 to 3%.
It's
for all of
strategic ground.
them. Yeah. But I'm still tipping Sydney. They'll be stinging after
Yeah,
that
tipping
loss.
Sydney.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I would think. But
And then at the Gabba, Yeah, but I'm sure you can guess who is playing. It's Lions and the Crows. Lions.
Lions at home.
Lions at home.
That's
Definitely the Crows.
that's a
just
non-ground.
That's
Momentum.
fucking easy.
Building, crawling into the 8.
That's fucking the nest is rebuilt.
It's not
flown out of it, and
Yeah,
it's
but
getting rebuilt properly
building
while
it
we're
too.
away. So
You're building
fuck
an
off.
away nest.
Yeah.
Righto.
No, it's just getting patched up properly for when we get back.
Nice.
So we're just going to fly out, peck the eyes out of these lion cunts
Righto.
and cheating
Righto.
cunts.
Yeah,
And then fly back up.
Righto, perfect.
I like your confidence.
I'm that confident. I'm gonna put a multi on this week for all
Just
all
head-to-heads.
all head to heads.
Oh, do you want to give Hawks a line?
in both I might actually. That's not a bad shout. I'd hate to see us go down by a goal and I'd miss out.
Oh, mate.
All right,
Who are we thinking, boys?
4.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were at the squeeze of the week.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
But I
for
got-
squeeze.
But I got to give the plug.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's when you were supposed to give your plug.
Yeah.
cue the plug.
One of our biggest supporters, been with us from the start. Did anyone get around the end of financial year sales? Because I know I did. They were just sick of it, boys.
Mate, already-
They've made a couple of the best products. Actually, took me what's the name to golf?
What, the little mini squeeze?
Nah,
or the
not
big.
the,
Oh, the big old water bottle.
No, I wouldn't take piss on the golf course.
I
you
never said
cunts.
anything about putting
I was
piss in
talking
there.
about me water bottle.
Oh,
What are the
big
Yeah,
hydrate.
full of
The
water.
hydrate.
Yeah.
That's it.
The
I
big
took me
cunt is what I
hydrate
call them.
out
It's
there.
prime on the course, isn't it?
I stayed in there all day. Can't say I opened it many times, but I took it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
I left
It's
the
the thought
house
that
with
counts.
water and sunscreen, which is usually what you got to do to keep the missus happy.
Yeah.
And
Normally mum, but yep.
didn't put any on and barely had a sip.
Yeah,
but
nice.
I took it.
Yeah.
They're good. They're great. They definitely last because the water bottle had a sleepover in the car
Yeah.
at the course on the way there for the night.
Yep.
And it still had the ice in it the next morning.
Fuck, that
Well,
would've been
boys,
a treat
perfect
to drink.
example of when and where I'll be using mine fucking next week is Fraser, like going, putting the full bottles of piss, whatever I want to take in them and just throwing them in the fucking ute. Happy days.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
And you'll be, grab yourself one. There's all the different sizes. You got all your different nip measurements. This is going back to the actual squeeze bottles. And while you're there, get a hydrate, get a 4-in-1. It's all there. Grab
Buy
a
the
shirt.
whole kit and
grab a
fucking
fucking
caboodle.
shirt.
Use
too.
Reggie 15 at checkout.
You can
15%
go back
off.
to using Reggie 15 at checkout. thestandardsqueeze.com. Get around Ash and the team. We love supporting them because they support us.
Definitely.
So I reckon there was a few nominations in there. Ollie Robinson, Max Verstappen.
I like the idea of giving it to an Englishman, hey.
It's been
just-
too long.
Yeah, but
it really stands out to
I
me.
think
'Cause
this
he
is
sucks.
warranted, man, because it's 43 off 1 over.
Is that some sort of record?
I think it is very close, and I'm fairly sure that if it was just good cricket shots getting played, you could go, hey, batsman, too good. But you just banged him in
can't.
halfway
Look what's
down,
beside you.
halfway down at his hip, every ball for 9 of them.
Yeah,
Yep.
You are the
Pies.
squeeze.
Absolute shit.
Yep.
Right, now this next one, the big hat people. And when we're talking big hats, we're talking fucking big. These are big hats. They're called the Stonker. You can get them
Stonkers
at
are on
countrycompanies.com.au.
for all the listeners.
Stonkers are on, and we are stonking in
They're
here.
on our heads.
So, obviously, the captain of the week, someone who goes the big lift, like Country Trucker Caps have done for us. If you want to support them and get the Stonker or any other hat, countrycompanies.com, thecountrycompanies.com, and countrytruckercaps.com is where you go to design your very own hat. Guys, who are we thinking this week? There's a few there. There's the women's origin team for taking the series out in the
gals.
most Queensland way possible. I think is a red hot favourite. You got Alex Pereira doing what he did. You got the two fighters fucking just going through a fuckery to fight, but hard to go past the girls.
It's hard to go past the girls, but does that mean, we don't have to do fuck all because it's our show, but we don't have to give it to them if they win the men's, do
I'll
we?
never.
Okay, good.
I will
Good.
never.
As long as that's
ever.
clear,
No way.
Yeah.
then I'm happy to
I
give it to
do
the
like
girls.
having Pereira, though. Old chummer. He is.
It was pretty good.
He is
like,
just that is just
It's a long-deserved captain, though, because he has been doing so much for the UFC for so long now. Step in on 2 weeks' notice and just kill him.
You honestly just expect it now, hey? Like,
Yeah.
there's, you know how you're nervous about some people that you like watching and that? I don't get nervous watching him
No, neither.
in the thought that, he might get knocked out. I just feel like he's going to.
Yeah.
just
It's like I
kill
can't think of
people.
like who is going to beat him. No one.
So
can
are we giving it to him
exploit
then?
his style.
Because it feels a bit rough.
Well,
on
I'm
the
going.
chicks.
I'm going the women's origin. That's my vote.
Yeah,
I
honourable
vote for them
mention
too.
for Chama,
Yeah.
but
Look, I'm sure
The
he'll get
chicks.
another one.
Yeah, he's just unlucky. He just seems to get him on
Unlucky the girls get
that's
it.
right.
Yeah.
No, got
Righto.
it.
And I think we would have absolutely copped a hammering if we didn't give it to them, the girls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
I'm
fuck
just
me. That was a
not setting myself up for failure there.
But yeah,
Beautiful.
pretty much it. Once again, guys, thank you so much, for that support with the horse, and just it's going to be an exciting period for us all to be involved in. I'm stoked with the type of horse we got as well. Like, obviously, Yabby Pump's just about to start running now from when we bought him the year before. So the fact that potentially we're going to be able to see him run,
Hopefully early next year.
hopefully,
Yeah.
that's the whole idea, is trying to get him turned around and running
Yeah.
as quick as he can. But at the same time, he's still a fucking animal, and we can only go
he's
off
got
what
that
he's done.
early sprinter type about him,
That's
but
right.
you don't know until you get there. So
I'm very keen to get this ownership group together.
Yeah,
and
we'll
start
get-
the name process.
Yeah.
we have got the ownership group together. So yeah, once all that gets sorted out,
Yep.
we'll start throwing some names around. And
Yeah.
we spoke with Shane Rose Thursday night last week,
Hmm.
and I think he was about halfway through his break-in
Yep.
stage at that point. So he should only have probably a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks to go
Yep.
breaking in, and then he'll go and settle in at Warwick Farm with Annabelle Neesham.
Fuck
Fucking
yeah.
oath,
Let the
mate.
journey begin, boys.
Yeah, very
How
exciting.
exciting.
And remember too, like we'll tell you on Thursday, but we'll be recording a day before we normally do next week for that episode 100. And
It'll
if you
still
wanna-
come out the same day.
Yeah, I just mean if you want to send any fucking any sort of things into the speak pipe, get involved or whatever, and tell us a Reggie yarn or just anything like that, feel free to give it a hit. We haven't been hitting it heaps. There's so much sport still to cover at the moment this time of year. So I
we
think
hit it
can-
last Wednesday night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So we know it fucking works. But anyway, if you want to hit it, we might listen to a few at the end of episode 100.
Yeah, bloody oath. We're probably going to have a fair few ales too. Episode 100.
Yep, I'll be landing in from Melbourne Monday afternoon, straight to the studio, ales.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Righto, we'll wrap it up there. Another huge weekend ahead for your sport, but we will see you Friday morning for the punch show.
All right.
All
On
the
your
very
edges.
best.